Yo, what's up, everyone? Welcome back to the Heat Revision podcast. Tonight, I got myself, Hector, also known as CN6. And with me, I got Hav.
Yo.
And no Jazzy.
No Jazzy.
No Jazzy. Damn. If you guys have been following up with the podcast, you guys would know that he's in Japan right now.
Yes, sir.
It's kind of crazy, man. He's been planning it for a while. He's there. I think he's there for what, 2 weeks?
He's there for 2 weeks. So he will not be here for a few episodes.
Yes.
So we have the news pod this week. We have the news pod next week.
Yes.
We have Sinners. We have Daredevil Born Again. And Until Dawn.
Until Dawn. Yeah.
Those 5 episodes. Mario will not be here because he is in Japan currently experiencing Star Wars Celebration. So he's at the Star Wars Celebration convention. That motherfucker over there watching all the announcements live while we're watching it on fucking Twitter and shit, right?
He would message the group chat. Should we say actually?
What?
Like some cool stuff that he already witnessed?
Yeah, if you want, yeah.
Like he messaged the group chat. He saw the first episode of Andor
season 2.
Season 2. So that's really cool. He also met the voice actor of Ahsoka from the Clone Wars series.
Yep.
So he's out there having a blast, man. It's really cool. I hope he has like taking a lot of videos and pictures.
Yeah.
And when he comes back, I'll probably ask him to send me some, and I could post them on the HRV socials.
Yeah.
With that being said, that's a perfect segue. You guys can follow our socials at Heat Revision Podcast. Go to heatrevisionpodcast.com. Also, you guys can listen to us on Spotify, Apple, and YouTube. And make sure you join the Discord. Top link in the description. Join the Discord, guys. Come chat with us about video games, movies, TV shows. And welcome to another episode of HRV News, man. Mario's out there doing his thing. It's really cool. And so here's the thing, guys, as well, is that this HRV News, at least at my side, on the video game side, is going to be kind of messy just because Mario is the one that does that, and I completely forgot that I had to do that, so I had to gather everything last minute. So I might jump around certain topics here and there, but just bear with me. I still covered like the big stuff, and then hopefully next week it'll be a lot more organized. Starting up with gaming news, man. So first up I got is that Death Stranding, man, the new Death Stranding 2 game will let you clear bosses without beating them. Yeah, what do you think, Hav?
Clear bosses without beating them?
Yeah,
you just go around them and like go on about your journey.
Yeah, so Hideo Kojima actually revealed on a radio broadcast that Death Stranding 2 will have a unique boss battle mechanic. If you succumb to a boss, you'll have the option to simply move on and soak up everything you need to know about the boss fight via visual novel feature.
Okay. Visual novel feature.
I'm assuming is like it'll just give you this is what happens. Like, you know when you beat a boss, there's like a whole cinematic scene, like cutscene of what happens.
Sure.
It probably would just skip to that, or like maybe I'm gonna be real, novel feature. I have no fucking clue.
Yeah, like
I don't know.
I don't know what that means.
I have no idea, man. But that's kind of interesting.
But you already know Hideo Kojima fanboys are like, bro, that's genius. That's fire as hell. What does it mean? I don't know, but it's fire. Jeff Keighley is out here.
Yeah, so I got right here. It says, instead of seeing the results of a successful boss battle, the player will see a breakdown of the fight through a visual novel mechanic that gives them the full scope and ensures they're not missing any lore or context.
Okay. I see.
Interesting.
But won't that take away from like the point of a video game, which is to play it? Like if you could just avoid boss fights, won't you be missing a big aspect of the game?
Yeah, but here's the thing. What if, because like I said, I haven't played Death Stranding. I plan to before the second one comes out. But maybe Kojima is more so focused on the world building and the lore. And maybe he wants to like make that stand out. But I do agree it's kind of weird. I don't know if I'm a fan of it. For example, it's kind of a criticism that I had when we did South of Midnight, the Should You Buy South of Midnight.
Okay.
Where in South of Midnight, bro, I'm not even kidding with you, you can do that. You could disable combat altogether and just experience the fucking story.
Whoa.
And to be fair, what I said in that Should You Buy episode, South of Midnight, bro, the audio, the world, the story, it's really intriguing and immersive. It's like, yo, but the combat, bro, it's just not there. Me and Mario agreed. It's not there. It's just lackluster, bro. It's like boring.
Damn.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. It's generic. It's like whatever. Maybe you should listen to it. Maybe whatever.
I got you.
But yeah, it just wasn't there. So to me, it made sense why they fucking added that feature. You know?
Okay.
Does that make sense? Because I think the Compulsion Games knew that that wasn't their strong suit. Like in this game, that's why they added that feature to maybe get rid of it or something. Or you know, the other argument that people can make is maybe make it more easier, I guess, more accessible to people that maybe just don't want to do combat and just are there for the story. I don't know, but that's what it reminds me of for Death Stranding 2. So it's kind of interesting. I don't know. What do you think about that?
I mean,
kind of strange.
I don't know, man. I mean, I guess giving players choice, because there's a lot of people that are very story based that don't really care about the combat or anything. But I feel like game mechanics just kind of plays a whole factor into the game enjoying experience.
And we have to see. And a good point that I brought up in the South of Midnight Should You Buy was I brought up The Walking Dead, Telltale.
Okay.
Where that's heavily story driven.
Yes.
There's no combat mechanics. It's just point and click quick time events.
Right.
And that was still fucking phenomenal, and like it does its job. And I think it just goes to show that sure, if you have a compelling story, if the story and the lore of the world is actually like fire, then you don't really need combat. Like it doesn't play a big role. And that's why in South of Midnight, it kind of made sense for me. I'm gonna be honest with you. The game, if you stripped away the combat in that game, nothing would change, bro. I'm gonna be honest with you. Like it's one of those things. It's super weird because you would think as you're exploring there'd be enemies around. No, bro. South of Midnight, bro. You know when you're gonna about to fight. And then once you fight, okay, now you're back to exploring. And then, I'm about to fight again. Like, it's not like that element of surprise. You explore in the world, you encounter something.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So if you strip that shit away from that game, nothing would change, you know? So we'll see. Hopefully the story and the lore, I guess, you know, personally, I probably wouldn't do that. But like you said, there are some people, you know, that, might want to do that. But moving on. So next up I have is that Bungie wants Marathon to be a social extraction experience, right?
Okay.
But they removed proximity chat. It will not have proximity chat. And a lot of people were upset about that.
Yeah.
Because there are other games, even Warzone included it now, where there's proximity chat.
Yes.
And obviously their words for that, they were saying how they wanted to minimize like a toxic environment and stuff like that. But what's kind of weird is that themselves, they said it's quotes, bro. They want it to be a social extraction shooter, like a social thing. But we can't talk to the people around us.
Yeah.
So a lot of people were kind of upset about that. I also kind of don't agree with that as well. And since we're on the topic of Marathon, I actually wanted to go on a little mini rant about Marathon real quick that I didn't get to say in the other news pod when we saw the reveal trailer. That's because I just saw the overview gameplay. I didn't know the other details. And those details meaning that it's launching with 3 maps. It's launching with, I think, 6 characters. And that's pretty much it. And I didn't know that at the time. I'm gonna be real. I don't know. I don't agree with that, man. I don't like that. I do not like that because there's a battle pass at launch.
Okay.
So my disagreements with Marathon, dude, is we're like other remember they said, oh, you play as this hero and shit. I was under the impression, especially with the marketing, you become a god, like create your legacy, like your legacy, your story. I thought it was like, oh shit, we're gonna make our own runners and customize them how we want, and everyone's gonna be unique, like cybernetic humanoids or whatever the fuck we are. I thought it was going down that route, and I'm upset that we didn't get that because Bungie, dude, they're known for being able to customize your own character, bro. We're looking at Destiny. Bungie's Halo Reach, bro, the multiplayer, the way you could customize every single armor piece, right? So they able to do that. So I thought that's what we were getting, but no, instead we're getting another heroes that we could choose from, and either I have to buy or earn a specific buy or earn skins for that specific character, and someone else could have that skin. You know what I mean? It's like, I don't know. I don't know. I'm just kind of over the whole hero shooter bullshit where like I just have to choose specific character and then someone else can have the same skin as me. I don't know. I feel like they miss a cool opportunity to be able to customize your own cybernetic runner. And especially with that art style, it'd be like pretty unique.
Oh, yeah.
Oh shit. I think that's a missed opportunity. And I think that another information that I found out as well is that Bungie have said that they plan on building the game as it's going. Like they're going to use users' feedback and change things in the game and stuff. So basically they're building the game as the game is progressing with people's feedback, and they're willing to work with the community, I should say, and change things along the way, right? Mm-hmm. So on paper that sounds cool, right? Oh wow, that's really cool. More developers should do that. Listen to the community, but we're paying money. Why? Why do I have to pay $40 or a premium price tag for you to? And when the game's not even like fully complete, per se, quote unquote, like it's not really complete. You're gonna be changing it. The perspective that I thought of is like Fortnite. I know how you're not really like into Fortnite, but with Fortnite they progressed like the story. They changed mechanics. They added mechanics like as the game was progressing, as people were playing. Right? That's fucking fire, but it's free.
Yes.
Versus here, I have to give you $40, and like I have to care enough to join to tag along on the journey with you for this game to be fucking badass. Like what? That doesn't, to me, in my opinion, that doesn't make sense.
Right.
Because I'm gonna be real. There's so many games out there, man. I'm already older. I barely have time. I'm not gonna be, and I'm not looking forward to being in that journey. Like, yeah, I'm gonna keep playing Marathon and like wait for the new updates and watch it get better and better. Like, I just don't got time for that. Number one, and it's like, why am I paying for that? I think that's their mistake. I'm gonna be real. I didn't know this. Like I said, if I knew this beforehand, I would have said that in the past news pod.
Right.
But I didn't know about that, and that kind of just. It's kind of dumb to me. It's like, this should be a free to play game then. If you're going to be, oh yeah, we're going to listen to users' feedback and build the game as we're going. It's like, okay, so why are you making us pay for a game that's not even
finished,
done? That just doesn't make sense to me, especially because it's an extraction shooter and we're only getting 6 characters. We're only getting 3 maps at launch and a battle pass. It's like, bro, it already has a recipe of like, oh, a battle pass, you're gonna have to pay for the battle pass, or they're gonna release skins for those heroes, right? So you're gonna have to pay money for that shit. So why the fuck am I paying a premium price tag for? It should be free, But anyway, that's what I got to say about Marathon. I think that's not a good idea for them to do that. Do you have anything to add on that?
Marathon wise, no.
Okay. Moving on to the next piece of news I have is that Sony is increasing the PS5 price in Europe, Australia, and New Zealand.
Whoa.
Yes. So they announced that they are going to increase the price in those locations. And I actually do have, this is starting April 14th. So yeah, the cost of the PS5 digital edition is in all affected regions, and PS5 physical edition in both Australia and New Zealand will see an increase. And I have the prices here. So in Europe, the PS5 digital edition is going to be 499.99 pounds, or sorry, not pounds, euros. So that's interesting. And the price for the physical is the same thing. United Kingdom is going to be 429.99 euros. No, pounds. Sorry. You see, I'm getting confused.
Yeah.
What the fuck? And the physical remains the same. And then Australia is going to be, this is crazy as fuck. Like I said, this is in Australia. This physical edition is going to be $829. $829 Australian.
What the fuck?
Yeah, and then the PS5 digital edition is going to be $749 Australian. Which, I'm gonna be real, I'm not great at currency. I think that's, how many is that USD?
I have no idea.
Probably like in the 500 range or something.
But did they give a reason why they're raising the prices?
I'm here. I think I might have it here. I don't think so, because that's all I got is that they're just raising the prices,
dude.
And then New Zealand, the physical edition is going to be $949 in their currency. And then I have no idea what that currency is. I ain't gonna lie to you. It's NZD. I have no idea.
I'm not sure.
The digital edition is going to be $859 in their currency. And yeah, the cost of the PS5 Pro will remain the same, and Sony is also lowering the price for the PS5 disc drive slightly. So, and yeah, there's no other. Yeah, Sony says that the price increase is a tough decision due to a challenging economic environment, including high inflation and fluctuating exchange rates. So that's the reason.
Gotcha.
Hey man, that sucks for you guys, man. Fuck.
But everywhere but here.
Everywhere but here. So it's in Europe, United Kingdom, Australia, and New Zealand.
Interesting. I wonder why they didn't do it here.
I don't know. It doesn't say. It just says that the reason why they did it was just challenging economic environment, including high inflation and fluctuating exchange rates. That's their reasoning.
I guess.
And we'll talk. And there's more prices increases with Sony that I'll get into later that I have. But moving on, an indie studio named Mechia Games is to shut down. So yeah, they're another indie studio is shutting down. The CEO and founder has released a statement saying, after over 3 incredible years building Super Moves, which is that game that they're mostly known for. Which here I could give you a backstory. So yeah, they're known for Super Moves, a parkour racing type of game.
Whoa.
Yeah, and they were also working on a PvE horde shooter called Super Strike. So it's another indie game, but hey, I wanted to cover it just because we're seeing a lot of shutdowns. But yeah, the quote is, after over 3 incredible years building Super Moves and bringing the vision of the Mechia verse to life through user-generated content, we've reached an end of the road for Mechia Games. Despite our team's efforts and the unwavering support of our community, collaborators, and partners, we're deeply saddened to announce that the Mechia Games is officially winding down and effective immediately. So, yeah, that's unfortunate, man. Another indie studio is shutting down. It's just a tough market, man.
Dude, it's like, what the
tough.
fuck, dude?
It's just tough.
And what causes this? Like, what's going on, dude?
Just people not playing the games, man. Especially like live service types of games. It's just really difficult. It's really difficult, man. You need a lot of people to like play those games and spend money in those games. So it's just really, really difficult. Jesus. So unfortunately, Mechia Games is shutting down, and this kind of segues into a more, I guess, I don't want to say lighthearted because it kind of fucked up. But point is, Assassin's Creed Shadows apparently is climbing up the sales charts.
Oh.
So, yeah. So, according to the latest information, is that the game is one of the best-selling games in the United States so far this year.
I have on here that it's the second.
Yes.
Wow.
So, yeah, as of right now, it's the second. It's the second best-selling game of the year to date, trailing on Monster Hunter Wilds. Monster Hunter Wilds released just about 3 weeks, February 28th, before Assassin's Creed Shadows did on March 20th. So yeah, that's really interesting. But what's interesting, dude, is that Ubisoft has publicly said that more than 3 million players have played the game from the first week, but that doesn't include Ubisoft subscribers, like the premium. We talked about this before. That membership bullshit. And what's weird is that they don't really show exactly how much money they're earning, like how much it's made. So we don't have any info on that. It's just like, oh yeah, this amount of players that we played, and it's just them saying, oh yeah, it's the best fucking selling game, the second best selling game this year. But we're not seeing the numbers.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
I don't know. It's really weird.
Would you take their word?
I don't think so.
I wouldn't.
No,
not if they're not showing the proof. Numbers. Exactly.
Oh, boo! Like, cool. 3 million players first week. Yeah, but how many sales, bro? Because usually they do sales like, oh, we made this much in first week. Like, we sold 1 million copies.
Yeah, bro.
Week. Like,
I never understand that.
But we're not getting that. It's because they don't want to see. They don't want to share that, man.
You know what that reminds me of?
What?
It reminds me of a clip that I saw. This is a while back. This is back when KSI and Logan Paul, when they first launched Prime.
Okay.
So Logan Paul has a podcast, and he actually invited Mr. Wonderful, the guy from Shark Tank, into his podcast.
Oh,
as a
really?
guest.
Okay.
And he was basically trying to brag to Mr. Wonderful, right? The biggest entrepreneur on Shark Tank, the bald dude, you know.
Yeah.
He's trying to brag to him that his business, that since launching Prime, has been successful. And obviously he's like, okay, well, let's hear some numbers. Mm-hmm. And he told them, well, in the first, I think he said like month, he sold over something million bottles.
Okay.
And his exact response was, oh, bottles? Yep. And Logan, yep. How many dollars? And Logan Paul just quiet. And they tried making a joke like, oh, he's not really good with math, blah, blah, blah. Yeah. But I'm like, I remember being like, who gives a fuck how many bottles you sold, bro? How much money, how much revenue did you make?
Yeah.
Those are the numbers that we care about. So for Ubisoft to be doing the exact same thing, I've always found it to be strange. It's like no one cares how many people played, how many people bought it, how much money did you make?
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Because like maybe, do you think that they don't want to tell the price? Not the price, sorry. How much money they made because maybe the number seems too low?
Probably.
And therefore only further makes the decision that they got bought out by Tencent more reasonable, like more like, oh, that makes sense.
I think so, man.
Because you said it yourself, like there's that membership thing with Ubisoft. Like I believe people are not buying those games if they have the membership. They're playing it for like a Game Pass situation. Like I'm assuming it's free. You know what I mean? So they want to give the player count because obviously not everyone bought the game. If people have that membership, then obviously. But do you also think that maybe because of that membership and people are downloading the games for free that they didn't make as much money, therefore they're not giving that number?
Probably, dude.
And it's probably why how Tencent got into the picture and like buying them out and making that like whole nother company, that side thing, like I think that's the reason why they don't want to give the specific numbers.
I think so too. And like a lot of people bring up Steam charts. On Steam, you could see like the current players, the peak players on the like last week or so.
I got you.
And last time I checked, I think like the peak player counts was like in the 14,000.
Whoa.
Yeah, like on Steam, bro. And sure, that's Steam, right? But still, Steam is like huge. Like people use that a lot because you know a lot of people are on PC that buys games and stuff like that. And there is this indie game that's been blowing the fuck up. It's $25. It's called Schedule 1. I don't know if you heard of it. Mm-hmm. It's made by a single developer, and it's essentially you are this drug dealer. Like you're trying to build this drug empire from the bottom, you know. And it's like a goofy type of game too. It's pretty fun.
Okay.
And that shit peaked like in the 100,000s, bro.
Oh my fucking God.
Bro. So this to me is like, okay, whatever, bro. Like, sure, you have this many players and it's the best-selling game. Okay, it's the best-selling game, but where's the numbers at, bro? Mm-hmm. It's the best-selling game. Okay, I mean, like, it won't be for long. GTA 6, boy.
Yeah, dude, it's a raps, dude.
You know? But anyway,
I'm calling that week off work.
Yeah? Hey, bro.
I'm my low-key, bro.
Dude, speaking of GTA 6, I saw a meme where someone said, like, be real. If once GTA 6 drops, if you don't play the story mode first and you just go straight to online, you're fake. Like you're not a real one, right?
Okay.
And then people was in the comments saying that's crazy. No, you were fake. Because if you would know, GTA would never launch with online first, bro. Only you guys don't know about that.
That's facts.
And that's true. When GTA 5 first launched, it did not have online at first. So I thought that was kind of funny. He's like, yo, that's actually true. And
remember when they launched GTA Online?
Yeah.
And then we had to wait another like year for them to finally add the long-awaited heists missions?
Yeah, dude.
Remember they were like, you're going to do heists with your friends. And
dude, that shit was lit as fuck. I'm like, yo.
And then we waited a whole year for it. It's like, damn, like, fuck, dude.
No, I know, bro. It's crazy. It just shows our age, I guess. It's like, damn, imagine people that were older. Dude. Imagine like, you know how we say, dude, we were 13 when that came out. Imagine the people like, dude, I was fucking 30 when that came out.
Yeah, bro.
It also reminds me of a TikTok that we posted. It was you discussing like the release date for the Beyond the Spider-Verse.
Okay.
Someone commented, shout out to you, but someone commented saying, no way, bro. I'm going to be 17 when that comes out. And I'm like, damn, boy, what the fuck? I told him, like, dude, I commented saying, like, dude, I was 18 when the first one came out. I was your age when the first one came out, bro. Holy fuck. It's just, I don't know, man. It's interesting to see how, like, a lot of people are, I don't know, dude, like, thinking about your age is like, holy fuck, dude. Like, I experienced this the first time, and then someone else, I experienced this at this age, and this person's experiencing it for the first time at this age. It's like, throws you off, man. It's like, damn, we're getting old, bro. Anyway, moving on, is that I have is that a new Star Wars game, man, was announced, bro.
At the Star Wars convention.
Yeah. Actually, you have that, right? Do you have that?
Yeah, I have it written down here.
Can you...
I don't have a lot of details. The details that I have is that at Star Wars Celebration in Japan, they showed the trailer for Star Wars Zero Company. They showed the trailer, and it is described to be a single-player turn-based combat game that will be releasing on PS5, Xbox, and PC in 2026, which is fairly soon. And it will be developed by Respawn and Bit Reactor. That's all the details I have about it, though. But I know I've heard the name Respawn before. Are they the ones that made what's that one Star Wars game? The one that Mario played? The one we make fun of him? That like OW game. Outlaws. Was that Respawn? I know Mario has said Respawn multiple times regarding Star Wars.
No, I can't remember.
Let me see. Games developed by Respawn. Apex Legends. They did Apex Legends, Star Wars Jedi, the Star Wars Jedi games, Titanfall, Medal of Honor. Yeah. Okay, so the people that made the Star Wars Jedi games, which are single player games, are making the new turn-based Star Wars game. So I'm like, okay.
So yeah, we got that new Star Wars game. I wonder if he saw that over there. Yeah, right.
I feel like he had to have,
because he said there was panels. Like there's certain panels for certain shit, so like you would miss shit. Like they had a panels for animation. They had a panel for like
the live action
or something. Yeah,
and then games. Oh damn. Okay, I thought it would just be like they would show it all
one big
once.
show. Oh no, fuck. There's like panels, and I think that's what he was telling me.
You know, his ass went to animation.
Yeah, and that's how he met.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That makes sense.
I'm not sure if he actually saw that, but okay. Next big. Okay, this was a big one right here. This is a fucking big one. I'm actually kind of hyped for. This is actually crazy.
I'm scared. I think. Okay.
I don't know if you might have it, and that is that the Oblivion Remastered has leaked.
Yes, I saw that.
Dude.
I saw that.
So, and I mentioned this maybe 2 pods ago or something, that there were rumors. There was an insider that said, hey, that the Oblivion Remastered is shadow dropping this month. Because if you go to the Oblivion games on the Steam page, they took down all of the trailers for it. And they do that to people say, oh, they do that when they're about to release a new remaster, like under the project related to that or something like that. So there was a lot of rumors, and an insider said, hey, it's going to be shadow dropping this day. And that day happened, no shadow drop. People were like, like this guy was bullshitting us or whatever. And it wasn't until that images were leaked by the own studio, actually. I think it's called, the Virtuous.
Okay.
They're the developers that are in partner with both Bethesda Dallas and Bethesda Rockville. And they have on their website, on their official website, they released they leaked footage, or not leaked footage, leaked pictures of Oblivion. And it happened. I'm assuming it was by accident, because they said that it was up on the website and then they quickly took it down.
Makes sense.
So I'm assuming it was a mistake that happened, but it's officially confirmed. The footage, the pictures came out, and what's for sure confirmed is I saw that someone messaged Xbox like support, DM'd Xbox support, and it was real. It's actually legit. DM'd Xbox support asking for like a cloud save feature, and said, will the Oblivion Remastered like have support cloud feature, and like when is that coming out? And they reply, yes, Oblivion Remastered will have that support, and it will be releasing this day. And so it's it's supposed to release on Monday, which is the what is that? The 21st of April. That is when it's supposed to be releasing, according to obviously the Xbox, the support chat, and like I guess people are just like another insider, I think, said that or whatever. And what's crazy, there's been zero marketing, but the images are there. There's zero marketing, bro. Zero.
I was about to say,
but the images are there,
right?
So it's like, what the fuck? So that's why I'm like still kind of skeptical. Like, sure, okay, I saw the images, cool, right? And like, yeah, this is the actual known like developer, whatever, cool. But there's no marketing, and like, why would they shadow drop it? You think like they would like
hype it up,
try to hype it up or something, because it's a remastered
of an old Elder Scrolls,
of an old ass game.
We got Oblivion remastered before Elder Scrolls 6, bro.
That's crazy as fuck. And to be honest, I've always wanted that. Even when back in 2018 when they revealed Elder Scrolls 6, I was like, dude, I would want like an Oblivion remake or even a Morrowind. That's Elder Scrolls 3.
Have you played those?
I have. I played Oblivion. My first ever Elder Scrolls
was Skyrim.
That was back in 2011. That was my first Elder Scrolls. And because of that, I'm like, I fell in love with the lore. I fell in love with the world. I'm like, dude, I want to try out these other games. And I bought Oblivion. I bought Oblivion on the 360. And I played that. Obviously, I liked Skyrim more because it's one of those things where whatever game you play first in the series, you always have like a font, like a connection with, like a bond.
Yes.
So I still preferred Skyrim, but Oblivion was fun as fuck too. I was like, yo, this is cool. Obviously, it was definitely older, so you could definitely tell. Definitely tell. There were some issues that I personally didn't like in the game, or the aesthetic that I didn't like. Or maybe not the aesthetic, more so of like in Skyrim, when you're talk to a person, you see like their complete body or whatever, depending how far you're standing from them.
Yeah.
And versus in Oblivion, once you talk to a character, it zooms in on their fucking face.
Oh.
And like their faces are like on their screen. And I personally didn't like that when I played. But the story is pretty cool. The quests are pretty cool. The overall, like the atmosphere where you are is pretty cool. Entering the Oblivion gates is pretty cool. Like, I know you don't know that, but you will, girl.
Yeah.
Because you should probably check this out. But yeah. And then I played, after that, I was like, this is pretty fucking cool, man. I played a bit of Morrowind, which is Elder Scrolls 3, and it's on the Game Pass, and they have it on Xbox.
Oh, okay.
So you could play the OG Morrowind game on the OG Xbox, and it's ported on the Xbox One, if you want to go check that out.
Damn.
So I played a bit of that, and it was, dude, it's definitely hella different. And then when I got the PC this year, I actually tried out their first game, the first Elder Scrolls games, which I think it was Arena. And then they also Daggerfall. Dude, they're just different as fuck. Dude, it's wild, bro. I only played for like an hour, and I'm like, dude, this is crazy work. Like, I don't know if I can play this right now. You know, like I probably will. Like, I actually want to, and like for a review or something.
Yeah.
But dude, it's so drastic, and it kind of made sense because when I found them on Steam, they were free.
Oh.
Both games were free.
Okay.
So Elder Scrolls Arena and Elder Scrolls Daggerfall, they're free to play. So, and it kind of makes sense. But yeah, Oblivion, man. Oblivion Remastered, bro. It's pretty sick. Hopefully it's real. I mean, I'm assuming it is. A lot of people are talking about it. So yeah, it should be pretty fucking cool. And okay, so next up I have is that Skull and Bones. Do you remember Skull and Bones?
No.
Skull and Bones is a pirate game by Ubisoft.
Okay.
And it got a lot of fucking hate.
Whoa.
Because it's a AAA game, but it was just like a shitty pirate game. Like you could only there was no land combat, or like you can't go on land. Like it was just ship battles and shit.
Oh.
And it was a AAA game, and people it was buggy, it was boring, it just wasn't, and it became like one of those memes that Ubisoft, like another Ubi slap. I just made that up right now. I'm gonna be honest with you. Another Ubi slap, right? Another Ubi fall off. I don't know. So yeah, Skull and Bones is back with the year 2 showcase of it. And so yeah, one of the biggest criticisms of Skull and Bones is how restrictive the game was. Combat is limited to ship battles. You can't physically board other ships.
Whoa.
Cutscenes do it for you. Worst of all, there was no physical fighting with other pirates. Until now.
Okay.
So they finally updated the game where you could actually fight other pirates in like actual combat, and you can get off your ship and go on land and other ships and shit.
Okay.
Basically. But it's like, what the fuck? This should have been a thing when it launched. Because ever since then, bro, like when that shit, I remember, dude, the launch was terrible, bro. People were shitting on it. It was bad. Like they definitely lost money. So it's surprised. So people are surprised, like, wow, this game was poorly received, and yet they made an update to try to make it better. So could Skull and Bones, I guess, get better with time? Maybe
Have a redemption.
Yeah. I mean, we've seen other games do that. We saw Cyberpunk do it. We saw No Man's Sky do it. But Skull and Bones, I guess. I mean, I think that for a pirate game, that should have been a feature already.
Right.
But yeah, that's the biggest, not biggest news, but one of the pretty cool news I found is like Skull and Bones is trying to make a return.
Gotcha.
By adding that shit.
For sure.
Okay, so another thing too, real quick, is that Dune Awakening gets a slight release day. Delay.
Slight delay.
A slight delay.
Oh shit.
Yeah, my fault. So it's no longer releasing on May 20th. It's pushed back to on June 10th.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So it's not a big deal, but yeah. I remember, I think Mario, I don't know if Mario said he wanted to check that out. But yeah, Dune Awakening gets a slight delay. Okay, moving on is that Bungie has revealed Destiny 2: The Edge of Fate.
Okay.
And that will take place apparently next month. So posted on social media, the developer said that it will hold a special Destiny 2: The Edge of Fate reveal event on Tuesday, May 6th at noon Eastern Time, 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. And in addition to The Edge of Fate, Bungie will also be announcing its plans for the upcoming year of Destiny 2. So, yeah, new update, I guess, for Destiny. Which is kind of interesting because I thought the final shape, that was like its last expansion, big shit. I thought that was the end. At least I think that's what maybe
high
Mario.
Hopes for a Destiny 3, possibly.
Yeah, or something. But no, I guess, no, Bungie's going to hold another event to showcase its new expansion, or the new DLC. So that should be interesting. I wish Mario was here because I feel like he'd have his thoughts because Mario's like a hardcore Destiny fan. I played Destiny here and there. I played Destiny, the first Destiny. I played the Destiny 2 when it first released back in, we were in high school, I think still, like 2017.
Right.
No, 2018, I think.
Yeah.
And I played the original story, but I did not play the expansions, dude. All the other expansions that came out, I just did not play. I'm going to be honest with you. I think Destiny is not really newcomer friendly. No. Like if you were to jump into Destiny right now, you wouldn't know what the fuck to do and what's going on.
Yeah.
If anything, the original story that Destiny 2 launched with is no longer in the game.
Right.
Like you can't even play it.
Yeah.
Which kind of sucks, man, because I liked it. I'm like, yo, this is actually pretty cool, but they got rid of it. So it's one of those things where you just had to be there, buddy.
Yeah. Bro.
Or just go on YouTube and watch a playthrough of it. So yeah, I want to say, man, it's not really newcomer friendly. And just in case you guys want to, I guess, try to jump into the universe, but it's fun. I personally like it. I can't say I'm a hardcore fan, but yeah, a lot of crazy lore. The lore is really expansive, as you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, moving on. We got is that Nintendo Switch 2 pre-orders are starting to. You can start pre-orders April 23rd, bro, in Canada. So that's kind of pretty interesting.
April 23rd in Canada.
Yeah, and I have more Nintendo news that I have here. Like I said, this is where the part where I said I'm gonna have to jumble around.
No, I get you.
Once I go back to it, but yeah, so pre-orders start April 23rd in Canada. That's interesting. And
I have on here that pre-orders start April 24th in the U.S.
Okay, I probably had that, but good thing you
No, I pulled it up, and that the console price will remain at $450. Mm-hmm. Accessories will see a price increase, though.
Yes, I saw that.
Fuck.
Hey, man, at least it increased the overall price on the Switch.
Right.
You know? So, yeah, I did have that. I'm gonna just, when I ever come across that, I'm going to have to skip over that. But still on the topic of Nintendo, what's kind of interesting is that the former Sony Interactive Entertainment president, Shuhei Yoshida, is struggling to get behind the decision of a paid welcome tour tutorial.
Yeah.
So
are we, buddy. So are we, dog.
Yeah, dudes. So I don't know what the fuck, bro. So I think it was on a recent, a broadcast, like podcast type of thing.
Okay.
And yeah, he's basically just said that he says that he's confused about the decision about a paid tutorial to how to use your Switch. Which, hey man, like what Hav said, we're also confused. And that's actually bullshit. I don't know what the fuck. Like, imagine if Astrobot was like, you had to pay for that. Not Astrobot, Astro's Playroom.
Yeah, the Playroom.
Imagine you had to pay for that. It's like, bro, really? What the fuck?
Yeah.
And that shit was free, and it's like 10 times more superior than this bullshit.
Yes.
Like,
it is.
And it's crazy because he's the former interactive entertainment president of Sony, bro.
Mm-hmm. PlayStation.
Like, and he's like, what the fuck are they doing?
Yeah, bro.
That's funny. That's pretty funny.
Oh my god.
Okay, moving on. Baldur's Gate 3, man. Baldur's Gate 3 patch number 8 has finally released. The final update from Larian Studios. So, which is bringing photo mode, crossplay, new subclasses, and a bunch of other stuff. But yeah, no more narrative content, storyline changes, or origins of characters or companions will be introduced hereafter. So yeah, this is the final patch or the final DLC that Baldur's Gate 3 is having. Which, hey, Baldur's Gate 3, that's pretty. It's obviously a game that took over 2023, man. At the end,
that's true.
A lot of people were talking about it, but yeah, I guess it makes sense. Their words was, "Hey, we love this game, but we have to. If we don't move on, we can't make other stuff."
Yeah, it's true.
So yeah, the Baldur's Gate 3 last update has finally released. So yeah, go check that out. Okay, so this goes back to the Oblivion remastered. And that is, is that the Elder Scrolls Oblivion Remaster will not affect fan-made Skyblivion's 2025 release window. So let me explain, because you're making a face.
Okay.
So Skyblivion is a passion project that involves very talented, like, video game developers and art directors or whatever. Just very talented people that know how to make games.
Okay.
So Skyblivion has been a project. Has been dude, since, like, I heard about it, bro, years ago, bro. It's been years. I'm gonna be honest, years. And what it is essentially is a remake of Oblivion, but it uses Skyrim's mechanics.
Ah.
So it uses Skyrim's like models, mechanics of like how it feels, like the world. Basically, it's like if you're playing Skyrim, but you're in the world of Oblivion, essentially. And that's what their goal was. And they've been working on it for years, bro, years. And guess what? It was supposed to release this year. And then this bullshit happens, Oblivion Remaster. So people were thinking, no way, are you kidding, bro? Like, does this mean that they're going to cancel Skyblivion? Are they going to cancel this project? And no, they said no, that they're still going to be releasing it. Well, no shit, bro. You guys have been working on it for years.
Fuck,
imagine, and it makes you wonder, like, did Bethesda like do it on purpose or something? I don't know. Because I don't think so, because I feel like Bethesda maybe would have shut it down already. They would have been like, nah, man, here's some cease and desist letters, man. You're getting sued if you do this.
Yes,
but
facts.
they never did. That's why they continued with the project. Maybe this is their way of, like, I guess, pushing them away. Hey, we're dropping it first, and it's official from us, not from you guys. I don't know. Either way, man, I still would like to see Skyblivion. It'd be really cool to see Skyrim's mechanics and, like, how Skyrim plays in the world of Oblivion. And they release like pictures as well. It looks really cool, and like video footage and shit. It looks really cool. But people were worried that the remastered of Oblivion is maybe gonna affect this fan project. But apparently it's not. It's still gonna be releasing this year.
Okay.
So we'll see. We'll see which sells more, you know. So yeah, another piece of news, not super big, but yeah, former PlayStation exec, the same person that said, "Yo, what the fuck is Nintendo doing with their paid whatever?"
Yeah,
I think this is on the same podcast. Said that he actually praised Ghost of Yote, that he played it and it said it's bug free and shit, and it's like,
whoa,
yeah. Like I said, maybe he's hyping it up. I don't know, but he said that it's actually that he play tested Ghost of Yote and how it felt in the early stages of development, and that quote, he says, always from the very early stages of development, that he had a awesome playable experience. Like, it's kind of bug free. Somehow the game doesn't crash. Just saying stuff like that. So it's pretty interesting. I guess he play tested the game, and apparently it's fucking fire, man. We gotta wait and see when that comes out.
Dude, that's one of my most anticipated games this year, dude.
Oh, I'm sure.
That and GTA 6 is probably going to be like the 2 games this year that'll make it feel like an actual new game.
Yeah.
Like, I miss the feeling, bro, of like seeing game announcements that you're actually like hyped for and you look forward to it and like it's coming out and oh shit, and it like takes the world by storm. Like Destiny, like we were on the topic of Destiny. Like, dude, Bungie decided to leave Halo behind. They gave it to another studio. They said, we're going to work on another project that's not Halo. And when Destiny was announced, there was hype across like everywhere. I remembered the hype for Destiny when it came out. The first Destiny game. I remember the hype being fucking real. Everyone was talking about it. My Facebook feed, Instagram, like everyone was talking about it and shit. Like, and when it launched not mediocre, but like the people were divided
in the early stages.
In the early stages of Destiny 1's launch. With time, obviously, they improved on it, but I remembered that being like the biggest fucking thing. And I think it was like, I believe it was GTA 5 before that. And so I'm waiting like for that next game. And I'm not saying we haven't had it since Destiny 1, but it's just like every now and then there's that one big fucking game, dude, that everyone's looking forward to. And it's going to take the world by storm, like, or it's the talk of the town, dude.
Yeah.
I'm just waiting for that, because games come out all the time, but it's like I'm waiting for that, like, one big game.
I would argue that those 2 games, yes, it's Ghost of Yotei and GTA 6, but also maybe perhaps a Doom, bro. The Doom of Dark Ages. You don't feel that way about Doom?
No, I know that the new Doom is exciting and all, but, like, I don't know. I haven't seen much talk for it or hype, in my opinion.
I get you.
I haven't seen much.
You know, what I missed is like that feeling of you just playing a new game, bro, for the first time. Because I'm gonna be real, bro. Like, before we did the switch up on the podcast, I wasn't gaming.
Yeah. Like,
at all. Like, it was just about movies, shows, okay, cool, whatever. And I kind of missed that. And then when we played Silent Hill 2 Remake, like, I felt that spark again. I'm like, yo, this is actually fucking cool, man. Like, even though I already know, like, what's gonna happen or whatever, it felt, like, fresh. Like, dude, you know what? I fucking like that. And then when I played Atomfall, it felt that way. When I played South of Midnight, it felt that way. Just recently, I checked out an indie game that people were going crazy about, Blueprints. I checked that. It felt that way. And I don't know. I like that feeling of like just consuming and playing a game for the first time, and you're just experiencing like, yo, this is actually like, it's like a vibe. You know, it's like, dude, I fucking like this. And it kind of sparked my passion for like gaming again, you know, because before, when I did game back in like 2020 or whatever, or 2021, it was always about Warzone. Remember that?
Yes.
Warzone, Fortnite. Like, usually a lot of people, there's certain types of gamers that play every single new game that comes out, no matter what it is. Then there are other gamers that just have their game. Like, they put 1,000 hours in Apex. They put 1,000 hours in Warzone, 1,000 hours in Fortnite. Like, online Rocket League, like online service games that they just, that's their game. Overwatch, Marvel Rivals, right? And I was in that category. It was, for me, it was just Call of Duty.
Yes.
We're going to go pub stomping. Remember that happened when we would play? Like, get in COD lobbies, would play Warzone. Oh, let's hop on Fortnite, shit like that. I was in that realm, but then, you know, then we started the pod, and then I stopped gaming altogether. And then when I finally started the game again, I'm actually playing these new games, and it brought that spark back. Like, dang, you know, man, I actually like this feeling, checking out new games, especially that feeling of like, dude, I'm playing a game right now that I saw was announced in Xbox Showcase 2 years ago. That's also like a cool feeling. It's like, dang, like I remember I saw that and I was hyped for it, and I'm actually playing it now. So I don't know, but I do agree with you about the whole the next big thing, which I do agree. I think it's those 2 games.
Yeah,
you know, I would throw in Doom in there, but in comparison of those 2, yeah, I definitely understand. I definitely get that. But okay, so yeah, moving on. Here I have that. Just a quick thing is that Xbox Phil Spencer admits that Game Pass is not for everybody. I don't know if you saw that, bro. In a lengthy interview with Variety, Xbox boss Phil Spencer was asked about the state of the Xbox Game Pass and how he and Microsoft as a company are viewing the business. Spencer said that he's always thought about Game Pass as just another option for somebody who wants to play, and that he is doing what he can to make sure that the hours that people are playing increase. However, Spencer added that there are some people who should just buy their video games instead. It's not for everybody, he said. If you play 1 or 2 games a year, Game Pass probably isn't the right business model for you. You should just buy those 2 games, and that would make total sense.
Yeah.
So, respect. And that's very true, bro. Absolutely, bro. That's very fucking true. Because if you are like Mario's been doing it longer than me, obviously. I just started, this is my first year trying to like dip my toe into these newer games and stuff. Mario has been doing it for like the past 3 years, and he would actually buy most of them.
Yeah.
And he also has a Game Pass, and yeah, the Game Pass helps, bro, because I think you just pay, I think I'm, at least what I'm paying for is the PC Game Pass, which is, I think, like $12 or $13 a month.
That sounds about right.
Yeah, and you get access to all the new games that are coming out, like even Doom, bro. Like you could play the new Doom game on Game Pass.
Yep.
So it's really cool. So yeah, shout out to Phil Spencer for that. He's keeping it real. It is true, man. It's just not for everybody. So moving on, another big thing. This is actually pretty fucking huge. I don't know if you saw it. I should have fucking asked you. This is my fault for not being organized.
No, you're good.
Is that Bloober Team reveals the Cronos gameplay.
Gameplay, yes.
They reveal the gameplay, bro. Have you seen it?
I have not, but I saw that they revealed it.
Bro, it looks pretty fucking cool.
Yeah?
It looks pretty cool, man.
I saw glimpses of the gameplay when they had like the 2 developers, like when they had that video where they were breaking it down and shit.
Yeah.
There's glimpses of gameplay. So I saw that, but not like this.
No, they showed a 2-minute gameplay trailer.
Okay.
And bro, it looks fucking cool, bro.
Yeah.
It looks cool. It looks fucking cool, bro. Like I think I tweeted like under their post saying I'm their day one. Some shit. Like, dude, it looks fucking cool. But here's the thing, right? They obviously said they took inspiration from like Dead Space and all these other games, and it shows, absolutely. If you look at the gameplay, dude, it's like, okay, this is very similar to like Dead Space, Callisto Protocol, even though Callisto Protocol wasn't really well received. And you get some Silent Hill type of, vibes and shit. Like you could definitely see the resemblance, and I think that's why it was easy for me to get hooked, because it's okay, I'm familiar with it. I already know it's a third person type of shooter, some mutated monsters. And what's actually pretty interesting and pretty unique is that their whole spiel, their whole thing is don't let them merge. And what it is in the trailer or in the gameplay reveal, it shows this monster thing that, okay, let's say there's 3 monsters in a room, right? You kill 2 of them. If you fail to kill the third one would go to like one of the monsters and like attach itself to it, and together they'll merge and become like a bigger monster. So like you have to kind of strategize through gameplay of like, hey, I can't let these motherfuckers merge, or else they're gonna be more dangerous, going to attack me more and stuff like that. So you have to just watch out for that. But in terms of the gameplay, if I show it to you, you're going to be like, oh yeah, I'm down. Like it's just like, if you've seen Dead Space, if you like Silent Hill type of third person view, like shooting, it's pretty much similar. Okay. But obviously it's just, what makes it unique is obviously the merge thing and like where it takes place, and like you're playing as this traveler and like the lore shit. So it's pretty fucking cool. I'm not going to lie. I was pretty hyped for it. It looks pretty cool. Okay, moving on. Really quick news is that Xbox unveils new Doom, The Dark Ages limited edition controllers.
I saw that.
And wrap. You saw that?
I saw that.
Would you believe me if I got one?
Yeah.
Okay. I did.
I know you did.
Okay, so there's 2 controllers. It's the Xbox one.
Okay.
Which I think was $80, which is cheaper, bro, than the PS5 ones.
That's true.
It's cheaper, true. So I'm like, damn, okay. They released the Xbox Pro controller, Series 2. I forgot what it's called.
The Elite?
Yeah, the Elite.
The one that I gave you?
But it's a second one, though.
Right.
Second version.
I got you that.
Oh, it's that one?
That's that one.
Oh, fuck. I had no idea. Yeah, that one. So they did that one with the limited edition one. Have you seen the pictures? Yeah, you've seen them, right?
I saw, I think, a quick glimpse of them.
So this is the original one, like the normal one.
That looks cool.
And then I'm gonna have to find the other one. The Elite controller is just like a like red.
Oh.
Yeah, and then it comes with a wrap as well. Here, look. Here's the Elite controller. It's like a red type of finish thing.
Oh, okay.
See that? That is running you $200.
Yeah, because it's an Elite.
So yeah, so that's $200. Here's the wrap. Actually, you can see all of it here, and then this is the wrap. So instead of a limited edition console, it's a wrap. You just put on your Xbox.
Okay.
And that will run you about $55. So it's $54.99. The wrap. Yeah, it's pretty expensive, but it's just a wrap. The controller's $80. The Elite controller is $200. And when I went on their website, the Elite controller was sold out.
Damn.
Yeah, that shit was sold out. So I managed to get this one.
Yeah,
the regular one.
Okay.
And the wrap, I don't even have that Xbox. Boy. I don't even have that fucking Xbox. I'm like, why the fuck am I gonna get a wrap? And it's like a wrap. It's like, man, if it was a limited edition console, I'm gonna be real, I probably wouldn't have gotten it just because it's that expensive. I'm gonna be real. I thought about getting, and I wanted to, and I still kind of do. Like maybe in the future, I don't know. Who knows? I wanted the Halo Infinite control, the limited edition console. That would have been cool to have.
Yes.
But if they release a Gears of War limited edition console, like the new Gears of War E-Day, man, I gotta get that bitch, bro.
Really?
I think I got to, bro. It's only tradition, girl. Look.
That's true.
I have the Gears of War 3 limited edition Xbox 360. I have that one. I have the Gears of War 4 limited edition console, Xbox One S. And I got the Gears of War 5 limited edition Xbox One X. And that one was in 2018, bro. Or 2019 or some shit when I bought that. So I think it's only fitting, man. I think I got to, man. But anyway, that's a quick news thing. Pretty cool. So moving on is that, we got more information about the Mario Kart World Direct.
Okay.
That's set to air on Thursday, April 17th.
Oh, wow. Fuck,
that already passed.
Oh, that already passed.
Yes, that already passed. And I think I do have, I found some what's it called? Some things that they announced in that. But I have to fucking find it. I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. Like I said, I apologize, guys. Like I said, this was like a last minute fucking thing for me. I think I have it. I have it somewhere. I'll get to it, guys. But to keep the show running, that was announced. So I also saw that a new Frostpunk game is being announced for 2027 by 11-Bit Studios. So that's pretty interesting. As the developer and publisher, we intend to diversify both the scale of our projects and their development timelines. This also means capitalizing on near-term financially attractive opportunities. This underlies our decision to initiate production on the next project set in the Frostpunk universe, which we plan to launch on early as 2027, and that comes from the 11-Bit Studios. So, new Frostpunk game is coming out. That should be pretty cool. Moving on to more price increases from Sony, and that is PlayStation Plus prices are increasing in Canada.
Damn.
The premium. The premium catalog, I think, or is it the premium? I forgot what it's called. Because there's different.
The most expensive one.
It's premium, I think.
It's called premium.
That one is going to be costing $224. Canada, bro. That's premium, bro.
Holy shit.
Yeah, bro. So that's way fucking more. I think here the premium for us, bro, is $160.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's how. So yeah, Canada is I don't know, man. What the that's
how much is it?
$224.
That's $160
for 12 months.
That's $162 here.
$162 here. Okay. So but like I said, their currency is different though. Like that's like, I don't know. I guess that's maybe perhaps the same thing. But either way, they increased it. So maybe it was cheaper over there. I guess. What the fuck? I don't know. But that's what it says here, that they're increasing it. That they're increasing the, that the results an increase of 15.8% for essential members, 22.6% for extra members, and 18.4% for premium members.
Damn.
So unfortunately. Okay, so now here, I found, bro, that apparently Ubisoft is developing a new Battle Royale game that's heavily inspired by Apex Legends.
Whoa, what the fuck?
Yeah, so the game, which is currently under the project name Scout, is so heavily inspired by Respawn Entertainment's highly successful Apex Legends that it was once used as the thumbnail for the project. So I guess Ubisoft is making their own Battle Royale that's heavily inspired by them, but it kind of goes back to why? Why do we need another? We don't need another battle royale, man. I think we could move on from this. To be honest, I don't know, but hey, I mean, guess we'll just have to, wait and see. But okay, actually, okay. Here, I found it. Here it is, man. So we got the Mario Kart Direct shit. I found it. Okay, so Mario Kart Direct. Mm-hmm. We got some new cool surprises. We got free roam surprises. So Mario Kart World's open world encourages you to explore. If you do, you can find gas stations with unlockable items, and there's tons of hidden cons, switches, and secrets to find. So it's essentially open world type of game, gas stations and shit. Like, what the fuck?
Okay.
Bunch of exploration. There's new courses. So Mario Bros Circuit, Crown City, Starview Peak, and Boo Cinema represent the new breed in the Mario Kart world. But Nintendo isn't one for shunning nostalgia. So say hello to returning circuits to bolster the star-studded championship-worthy selection. So we're getting all those different types of. I wish Everardo was here, man, because I don't know what the fuck any of this is.
I agree.
Do you know?
No.
Nothing? Fuck. So there's new items. The new coin shell dispenses coins in front of you, but anyone can claim them. So there's a coin shell.
Okay.
That you could just throw, and I guess you could collect the coins that it drops, or someone else can collect them. Now there is a new one called the Ice Flower.
Oh yeah, the Ice Flower.
Yeah, which can freeze players and send them send them spinning, I guess. Mm-hmm. Was that already a thing?
So yes.
Did you see that?
Yes, there is an Ice Flower in the Mario world.
Oh, okay, but it's just new to the world in the Mario Kart.
In Mario Kart, yes, but it's already existed in Mario games.
Okay, and I'm assuming this is like another thing, like what you just said, the Mega Mushroom.
Oh, that's fire!
So it says a Mega Mushroom will make you grow very. Will make you grow very quickly and allow you to smash everyone out of the way.
No, bro, what the fuck?
Is that actually fire or what?
Dude, so the Mega Mushroom was introduced in New Super Mario Bros. On the Wii and the Nintendo DS. Mm-hmm. And what it is, it's a really big mushroom. It's like orange, right? Or like red? No, it's red and green or something like that. And when you eat it, it was introduced in the side-scroller Mario game. And you eat it, and he becomes fucking big.
Yeah.
And he literally just walks through the track, breaking the blocks and the enemies and the pipes, like breaking everything in its way. And it was super fun. But I can't, like, I've played the last couple side-scroller Mario games, even the new one, bro, Wonder. And they have not brought it back. Mm-hmm. I'm just like, bro. I've also played other open world Mario games that didn't, and I'm just like, dude. I wonder why they've never brought back the Mega Mushroom, dude. Like that would have been so much fun. Like they could do so much with like, especially because like they introduced it in a side scroller Mario game.
Yeah.
Imagine how much they could do in an open world Mario game, like with current mechanics, like in a new game or something. Like oh, that'd be cool. So that's cool because they're bringing it back in a Mario game, but now it's just Mario Kart. I can just imagine like how fucking huge she'll be on the track.
Yeah, and it says you can smash people in your way.
Dude, yes, that's what you do in the games.
Okay, that's
fire,
okay. I'm glad you
dude.
appreciated that because when I was reading this, bro, I'm like, I have no idea what any of this is.
Dude, that's fucking fire, bro.
So apparently there's some new techniques. So it says here that there's a charge jump that allows you to jump over usually hazardous obstacles, and then whereas a rewind is a game-changing inclusion, allowing you to quickly undo a mistake.
Whoa. Okay.
So there's a rewind ability that if you make a mistake, you hit that ability, and I guess it takes you back where you were really quickly or something.
So like if you accidentally fall off like into a pit
or something,
that's
instead of like having the turtle like come pick you up and waste time.
Yeah, exactly.
Maybe or let's say you're about to crash, like you're in the air and you're about to crash. Oh no, fuck this! You hit the rewind and maybe
that's true.
Takes you back.
That's actually pretty handy.
So yeah,
they have to come up with a system where like it uses charges or like it has to charge up and type like. So that you're not spamming it every time. Okay. There has to be a mechanic like that.
Let's see. Oh, and also Rainbow Road is confirmed.
Yep. As Mario Kart Tradition and Mario Kart Tradition.
So we're getting another Rainbow Road. But
I saw something that it's locked. Did it say anything about that? And you have to unlock it by, I think it's like exploring the whole map or like doing all of the different racetracks.
Let me see if I can find
and then you eventually unlock Rainbow Road. I could have sworn I read something like that this week.
Let me see if I can find that here.
Because I had heard that apparently it's locked off to players. Like you can't race in it right away.
No, I don't see that.
Really? I could have sworn I saw something like that. I could just be tripping.
I'm looking. Where's, no, I don't see that.
Oh, well, never mind then. I don't want to put out false information.
No, you might be right. Maybe it's just, like I said, I did this last minute. It's probably my fault.
Oh, I get you.
You know what I mean?
I get you.
Okay, so then I'm here. Okay, we are talking about the Nintendo Switch 2 shit. Okay, this is a pretty big one. Is that we finally get Nintendo Switch 2 reveals the game sizes.
Oh.
So remember that?
Yeah, I saw this.
So the Nintendo Switch 2 will have a 256 gigabyte hard drive or whatever internal storage. And so we get new information that like the game size of certain games, and I have the list right here. So Mario Kart World is going to be 23.4 gigabytes. It's pretty low, you know. Donkey Kong Bonanza 10 gigabytes.
Oh fuck.
Why all fuck?
Like that's nothing compared to like. Okay.
So Nintendo Classics GameCube app is 3.5 gigabytes.
How much?
3.5 gigabytes.
Okay, yeah, makes sense.
The app
makes sense.
Super Mario Party Jamboree Nintendo plus the Nintendo Switch 2 edition plus Jamboree TV is 7.7 gigabytes. Kirby and the Forgotten Land plus Nintendo Switch 2 edition plus Starcross World 5.7 gigabytes. So I'm assuming these are the games that are the launch titles that people are like looking forward to.
Yes.
And we got the game sizes, which as you can see, they're pretty small.
Yeah.
And the Switch is coming with 256 gigabytes. So now that we have that information, it doesn't seem like it's too bad. I still don't like that. We talked about it in one pod. I forgot what it was. How much was it? It was like a terabyte, not even a terabyte, or 60 gigs or some shit for $60.
The external storage?
Yeah.
So the external storage, it was like 128 gigabytes or something like that for $60.
Yeah.
But you have to remember, bro, Nintendo's not making those. You have to remember the micro SD Express cards have been around forever, like SanDisk and all those other companies. They've been making these SD cards forever. Yeah. It just so happens that Nintendo has chosen that they're going to be using those cards to support the Nintendo Switch 2 for external storage.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Nintendo, they're not making those SD cards. Those SD cards have been around for a while. They've been around forever. And maybe, because you have to remember, this is not Express, I don't believe, right? We use
SanDisk.
No, that's the name of the company. That's the name of the brand.
Okay.
So to record the podcast, guys, we use the Rodecaster. Is that what it's called?
Yes, the Rodecaster.
And in order for us to keep the audio files saved when we record podcasts is on a micro SD card.
Micro SD card, yes.
Exactly. But there's another type of micro SD card called the micro SD Express cards. I don't know what the difference is, but there has to be a difference between the two if they're going to be charging that more money. I mean, you saw $60 for 128 gigabytes. And you and Mario were like, what the fuck? That's super low. Crazy. But it's like, we don't know why what's the difference between Express and regular. There has to be something.
Yeah, I just don't know.
And that's the thing, we don't know. and I don't think it's fair to be like, Nintendo, what the fuck? That's overpriced. Because, like, they're not even making the SD cards. Like, you know what I mean? That's like saying you can play, you know how like Xbox has that thing where you can play like Game Pass on your phone, like your iPhone and shit? Like, imagine if they were like, oh, you can have Game Pass on your iPhone, but for some reason you can only play Halo Infinite at 20 frames. You wouldn't say, fuck you, Xbox. Why can't I play this shit on my iPhone?
Yeah.
They're gonna say, we don't make the iPhones, buddy.
Yeah.
Apple does, right? Yeah. That's the same deal here. So, like, I mean, I don't know, man. There has to be something with those Express SD cards that differ from the regular ones, and that's why they're charged more.
Probably,
you know what I mean?
Probably. But point is, it looks like that these games are not that big, man. And I think the 256 gigabytes that comes with the internal storage of the Switch 2 should be enough.
That is true.
Should be enough for a while.
However, all the games you announced are Nintendo games. I need to see how much the third party games are going to be.
Actually, you're right. I didn't think about that. You are right.
You know, so like when they launch Elden Ring and Cyberpunk, like how big will those be?
Or Doom? Didn't they say Doom was coming on there?
I didn't remember. No, Doom. No, I don't remember.
Not Doom.
I don't remember Doom. I remember Duskbloods. Elden Ring. Yeah. Street Fighter 6 is coming to the Switch. Split
Cyberpunk
2077. Like I want to see how big those are because those are third party.
But okay, would this be okay? Would this fall into the same like example you just gave? Like, yo, bro, why the fuck is Cyberpunk 80 gigs, bro, on my Switch?
Yeah,
and then Nintendo's like, hey, bro, that's not our game though.
Yeah, exactly. You can't fault Nintendo, like, bro, like you just can't.
You know what I mean?
You can't, bro. Like, bro, our fucking PlayStation's a terabyte, and Black Ops 6 is over 200 gigabytes.
That shit wild.
It just is what it is.
Yeah,
you know, GTA 6 is gonna be fat too, bro.
That's like 100. It's gonna be like 100.
Dude, it's like bro. we can't blame Sony. Like, what the fuck? That gives me.
Okay, do you think a 256 gigabyte for Nintendo Switch 2 is good? Like, or do you think they should maybe increase it to like 500?
I think it's good like because I think it's really good. The Nintendo storage, because for one, it's 8 times bigger than the Nintendo Switch 1 storage. Mm-hmm. On top of that, Nintendo games, which is the main reason I'm gonna say you buy a Switch, because you could always just buy Nintendo Cyberpunk and Elden Ring and like all that on PC and console. Like the whole point of the game of buying a Switch is that Nintendo tends to pump out more Nintendo exclusives more than like what PlayStation or Xbox does in a year. They put out more Nintendo exclusives. So you would want to buy a Switch to play all the Nintendo exclusives. So I think the storage is really good for the Nintendo games. And if that's all you're going to use it for, I'm going to be real, bro. When I play my Switch, it's only Nintendo exclusives or arcadey-like games. Like the Ninja Turtles beat 'em up game.
Shredder's Revenge.
Yeah.
Or the Power Ranger beat 'em up.
The Power Rangers beat 'em up game.
What is it called? Rita's Rewind or something?
Yes.
Or Rita's
It looks fun. I want to play that because I actually played and beat the Shredder's Revenge.
Oh, okay.
It's a lot of fun, bro. It's fire.
You're probably gonna like the Power Rangers one then.
I want to play that one, the Marvel one, Cosmic Invasion.
Oh yeah.
To Spyro, for example. Spyro, maybe another one. Crash Bandicoot. Like those are the games that I would want to focus on the Switch, and those will be fine size-wise.
Rather than like Cyberpunk.
I feel like those might be too big, dude.
Yeah.
It might run too big, but at the same time, it's like, and I don't want to discredit Nintendo's hardware or whatever, their innovation, but wouldn't you much rather play that on a console or a PC? It has a better chance of running better than a Switch.
That's true.
You know what I mean? That's just how I think about it. And also, if you think about it, people who own a Nintendo Switch tend not to play those other kind of games. I have a friend at work who I've mentioned him before. The one who said, "Bro, Mario Kart could cost $100. I'd still buy it." He's one of those fanboys, dude. He does not. All he's ever played, bro, are Nintendo games. I've legit told him, like, bro, Uncharted, bro. I'm currently replaying Uncharted right now, and it's fire. Yeah, man. I've heard. What do you mean you've heard? You've never played it? No, man. I'm like, that's fucking criminal, bro.
Like,
have you never played it? He's
like,
never, bro. He's never played GTA 5.
Nah, that's crazy, bro.
You see what I mean, dude?
Like he just plays Nintendo?
Yes.
Wow, bro.
And I'm like, that's fucking crazy work because it's like, these are all like, you're missing out on like some of the biggest games to have ever come out in the last fucking decade. And you miss out on them because you just play on your Switch and you just focus on the Nintendo exclusives. That's fucking wild, dude.
That is wild.
So
what
like,
do you say to that? What do you say? What do you say in response to that?
He just doesn't care.
What you mean, girl? It's fucking Mario Kart.
Yeah, like I
don't need no Uncharted 2.
That's crazy work, dude. If I ever heard someone say that shit to
what? The Last of Us? I'm trying to.
Bro, imagine.
Hey, The Last of Us, man. Watch this roll, bro. On Mario Party. Hell yeah, I got 5.
Watch me roll this dice.
Yeah, watch this roll, bro. Like, watch this dice roll, man.
So stupid. But yeah, man, like it's just one of the things. If you're gonna buy a Switch, bro, it's mainly for the exclusives. People who buy a Switch and are all Nintendo I've noticed, rarely ever expand.
I'm going to be honest with you. Yeah, because that's like our friend.
Look at Everardo.
Everardo's like that.
Bro, it's just, that's how it is.
Everardo's like that, yeah.
That's just how Nintendo gamers roll, dude.
Dude,
it just is how it is.
They brainwashed them, bro.
Yeah, making them think like nothing else exists. It's just this. just this Nintendo shit. And it's like, bro, no.
That's actually fucking, dude. Honestly, man, don't even play Uncharted 4, bro. Here's Kirby, bro. That's all you
Yeah,
need.
like that's all you need.
That's all you need, bro. Kirby. Fuck Uncharted 4, bro.
That's fucking crazy.
Oh yeah, the new God of War Ragnarok. Nah, fuck that, bro. Come play this.
That's fucking
Come play this Donkey Kong game, bro. What you mean?
Why play as a god?
And like, here's
You
the
can
thing.
play as a monkey. Like what?
And like, here's the thing, guys. I'm not saying like they're bad, you know, but I'm just poking fun of the fact that like I guess the people that don't want to play those games and just that game, you know. Mm-hmm. Like, dude, that's crazy. Red Dead. Play some Red Dead 2, bro. Nah, fuck that. I'm gonna play Monkey Ball. What you mean? You know the monkey ball, where like it's rolling and shit. You know the little monkey that's inside like a ball.
No.
You never seen Monkey Ball?
I've never seen that.
I don't think it's Nintendo, but I just said it because it reminds me of like a arcadey type of game. You've seen this, bro. It's Monkey Ball. I think it's maybe Sega or something. I don't know. You ever seen Monkey Ball?
Oh, I've seen.
So Super Monkey Ball is a puzzle platformer game where players guide a monkey inside a transparent ball through maze-like levels. Okay. Who made this though?
I've seen that before.
I wonder who made this.
I don't know what it was called.
Wait, I think it is Nintendo because it says GameCube. It was ported to the GameCube apparently. Yeah, isn't Nintendo's GameCube, isn't it?
Yes, GameCube was made by the Nintendo.
Yeah, okay, so I'm right. Okay, you could probably play Monkey Ball on the Switch.
Yeah.
So okay, imagine that game. Yo, bro, you gotta play Red Dead 2, bro. Nah, I got Monkey Ball, bro.
Yeah, bro.
What you mean, girl? What you mean, girl? You gotta play some Spider-Man, bro. Nah, bro. I'm about to roll 10 right now. I'm about to get it, dude. I got 3 stars right now. What you mean?
Like.
Fuck Spider-Man. Fuck is you talking about?
It's funny as fuck to me, dude. So I'll never understand.
Everyone always gets like, not upset, but he was like, man, shut up. When I ask him what's the lore, like, yo, bro, so like, what's the lore on Mario? He's like, there's no lore, bro. It just happens. It's like, there's no, dude, that's what makes me mad. Like, you know me, I love when it comes to lore. I love when video games like take their time to expand their lore in their world. And I hate that Mario doesn't have that. It's like, yo, so what the fuck is Waluigi, bro? He's like, oh, he's just the evil side, like the opposite of Luigi. It's like, okay, but why? They just added him one time in a game.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, but where'd he come from? Like, what? Like, well, give me more. What's the backstory? Who the fuck is like what? Like, who the fuck is Shy Guy? Like, so I don't know, bro. He's just there. He's like, yeah, but why? Like, why is there so many of them? Why is his name Shy Guy? Anyway, it's just bullshit like that. But with that being said, yeah, that is it. That's all the game news that I have. I probably missed a few things, and I know that as I was going through, it was a bit choppy, a bit wonky. But like I said, I apologize, guys. It was just last minute. I completely forgot that I was supposed to do it because Mario's out there living his life in Japan.
Man, fuck him.
Yeah, so I do apologize. Next week it'll be better. I'll be more organized.
Yeah.
It'll flow better.
I have a couple of news
that I probably missed
that are related to games. Nothing too crazy. I just wanted to bring them up.
Okay.
They're really quick too. One, the Minecraft movie has led to a 35% increase in the game's player count.
Oh yes, I did see that.
Yeah, so because of the success of the movie, more people are playing the game now. Another small one is Marvel Rivals will be adding a new expansion.
Oh yeah,
pretty soon, and it's the Marvel Swimsuit Special.
Yes.
And apparently it's because back a long time ago, Marvel used to have swimsuit covers for their comic books, and it used to be a parody on Sports Illustrated. Mm-hmm. Well, now they're bringing that to Marvel Rivals.
I did see that.
It says we'll be returning after 30 years.
That's crazy.
And I'm like,
dude, Marvel Rivals is doing numbers. I'm like, I don't know if you've seen some of the characters, bro, but it's especially the female characters.
Yeah, I know.
Hey, man,
I know.
Crazy.
I know, bro.
I feel like that.
Remember, Galactus is a chick, dude.
That is why, it's definitely part of a success, man.
Yeah.
Part of the success.
Yeah.
And it's just kind of, everyone right now, every developer studio that tries to move the idea of that, oh no, fuck that. We're not supposed to make girls hot anymore. In the gaming industry, are probably foaming at the mouth right now. Damn it. Yeah. They can't keep what's his name?
Jesse.
Yeah, Jesse. Really, you can't keep getting away with this.
Yeah.
Like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because it's true, man. Like, as you can see, man, like, if you just give the players what they want, man, they're going to play the fucking game.
Fucking
you know?
shit,
dude. And actually, there was a lot of controversy about that because of, like, they were making the girls hot and, like, making these outfits.
Okay.
That people were upset that, like, yo, the guys should be like that too. Like, what the fuck? And it's like, bro, come on. So guess what they did? So instead of, they did remove some piece of clothing to, like, the guys, but nothing extreme, obviously. And they did make the guys, like, butts bigger. Not super fucking big, but, like, noticeable, but not to the point where it's like, hey, yo, bro, that's whack. Like,
yeah.
Like, it's like in the middle type of thing, you know?
Okay.
I guess to respond to those people saying, yo, you guys only sexualize women in these games, but not the guys. What the fuck? Mm-hmm. And then when they, it's a whole controversy thing that's going on, man. So me, I don't give a fuck.
It's
man.
stupid.
I'm gonna be real. I really don't care.
Yeah, it's fucking stupid.
Yeah, I don't care.
The last piece of news that I have is that a new Godzilla video games, plural, are reportedly in the works at Toho.
Fuck, dude, I missed that. That's actually pretty cool. Okay, new Godzilla games.
But my thing is, like, Godzilla game, like, what would it be?
Dude, there's a Godzilla game on the PS4, and it's expensive, bro. Fuck. There's no digital copy, no digital. It's a physical game, and it goes for $200 to $300.
What the fuck?
I'm not even kidding. And what it is like you're playing as like a third person Godzilla tearing shit up, and there's an online mode where you get to fight other Godzillas, I think, or monsters or some shit. Mm-hmm. Because I think that's the only way I could think of, like, oh, that's how it'd play out. I could maybe
because what I'm saying is there have been Godzilla games in the past, and they used to be fighting games, bro.
Yeah.
Like on some fucking Budokai shit, where it would just be like Godzilla fighting the other monsters. Like you would go up against like Rodan, Mothra, King Ghidorah, like all that shit, dude.
You said Ghidorah? Because I think
the three-headed dragon.
Oh yeah, look, here's the gameplay, bro. Yo, you're fighting them, boy. This is the Godzilla game I'm telling you that's like cost like a lot of money. Look.
Okay, so yeah, this is very similar to.
It's like a 3v3 showdown, bro.
Yeah,
like,
it's very similar to like the other three games.
Yeah, this is what it is. You're just fighting other monsters. And like it's like a third person view of you as Godzilla or like one of these monsters. And so yeah, I mean,
it's cool.
It's cool. But
I mean, I wonder if they were to make another one like that now, if it would, like, with today's graphics, maybe better mechanics. Like, how could they improve on that?
That's true.
But that just seems like chaos. Like that just.
Or what if? Would it be interesting if they did like a Cloverfield type of vibe, where like
you play as the people.
Yeah.
And it's like
you're trying to survive the Godzilla attack or some shit.
Well, it'd be really cool.
I mean, I feel like that seems like an arcade game, if anything. Like an arcadey type of Dave and Buster type of game.
I know what you mean.
You know what I'm talking about? Like, oh shit. Like, oh shit, it's Godzilla's foot. Now we gotta shoot it so we can like move it.
Yeah, like that shit.
You know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah. Dave and Buster has that one arcade game where they use the guns.
Yes, bro.
And it's like the Haunted Mansion one, and like the zombies.
Exactly.
I know
like
what you're talking about.
Or like the Halo one.
Yes.
Remember when we played the Halo one?
Yes.
Yeah, shit like that. That's what it seems
That's actually funny. That's funny as fuck.
Okay, you were saying? Like, yeah.
No, what I was saying is like maybe like a narrative game where you play as the people, and like you have to like maybe like weave through like the destruction and all that shit, and then maybe there's parts of the game where you play as Godzilla. It's a showdown against like the monster it's fighting.
So it goes back and forth.
Yeah,
like
something
between
like that.
Character, Godzilla. Yeah.
That would be pretty cool.
But hopefully it's cool.
We'll have to see, man.
We just have to see.
But that's pretty much everything I had for gaming news.
Okay, perfect.
So now we're going to transition into the movie news, which this week, if I'm being honest, was pretty like light.
Okay.
On the news, and then fucking Star Wars Celebration happened.
Yeah.
And now I have a bunch more news to cover. But before we get into all of that, I wanted to give our thoughts on 2 new trailers that came out this week. And that is that we have an official Fantastic Four trailer and an official 28 Years Later trailer. Because we got trailers for both those movies a while back, but those were teaser trailers. These are brand new trailers that showed a lot more, that show a lot more plot, a lot more story. And I just want to give our thoughts on it. So first off, the Fantastic Four trailer. We just watched it. We recently rewatched it before recording to kind of refresh our minds. What did you think about the Fantastic Four trailer? Anything that you want to mention? Any thoughts that you had?
I like the aesthetic.
Yeah.
I like the suits. I'm happy that we finally got to see Mr. Fantastic's powers.
Yeah, dude. I was like, okay.
I was like, okay, finally, we got that, dude. Because I would have been, dude, if he didn't have that and he was just a smart guy, like that was just like MCU's version, I wouldn't be happy.
I wouldn't either.
Dude, what the fuck are we doing? But no, we got to see that. That's pretty cool. We saw Silver Surfer. What's her fucking name again? Shalabal, which I got to see more. I'm gonna be honest with you. Not super interested. I kind of want the OG Silver Surfer. Just because I feel like there's more history there.
Gotcha.
With her, I'm gonna be honest, not as much. I think they just want to do something different, but we just have to see the movie. Maybe she actually looks, I guess, more interesting in my opinion, and maybe more threatening because I didn't get that vibe in here. Because when you see Silver Surfer, man, you're like, oh shit, like this dude's intimidating. Like, what the fuck? I didn't feel that with her.
I got you.
She looked cool though. She did look cool, but I don't. And I guess I have some things to say about her as well. What's funny is like because I'm on like X and shit. I'm like on social media seeing people's reactions and shit, and people are saying like people are obviously hating on her. Like, yo, what the fuck, man? Like, why the fuck is she in here, man? We should bring back the OG Silver Surfer.
Right.
Then there was people like, well, clearly tell me you don't read the comics if you don't like. Without telling me you don't read the comics. She's been around, buddy. And what's funny is I see that argument and I'm like, bro, you don't even know the comics, bitch. You know what I mean? Those same people, bro, she's been around for, like in the comics, bro. Read a comic. Oh my God. I'm like, bitch, you don't even read it either, man. Because the way they were replying is like their spelling is trash. Like, I already know you don't read, motherfucker. For number one. Number two, it's like she hasn't been around. I don't know if you know or if you're familiar with her, bro. She's been around since I think she was first introduced in the 1963 or some bullshit.
Okay,
but as a love interest to the OG Silver Surfer. Okay. She wasn't in if there was an alternate universe. I think it was like in the early 2000s, maybe 2000 or something. There was a comic book issue. It was like Universe X or some shit. I forgot what it's called. Like I said, I'm thinking of this on the top of my head. And she was in that comic as the Silver Surfer, right? But it was just that comic and like only like I think it was like very brief in those 10 pages. That was it. And then people were talking about another instance, like, oh no, in when was it? 1990 something, or I forgot. I forgot. They're like, oh no, she's been Silver Surfer here. I was like, no, that's not Silver Surfer. That's what's her fucking name? Because she was made Herald by Galactus, but it was not Silver Surfer. It was a different character. Let me see if I can fucking find it, bro. It's bothering me. It was a different character. I'm gonna just what's her fucking name, man? Fuck, I'm stumping up right now. I think it's called Starglow. I think it's Starglow.
Starglow.
Let me see. Starglow, I think. But yeah, so my point is, bro, is that yes, it was Starglow. Here you go. This is her.
Ah.
That's Starglow. This is not Silver Surfer.
Okay.
And people's argument is this. When was this? 19? I forgot. But people are arguing, dude, she's been Silver Surfer like this long ago. And it's like, that's not Silver Surfer. This is Starglow. This is someone else.
I got you.
This is not Silver Surfer. Silver Surfer, she did not become Silver Surfer until that, I think, 2000 comic book issue. Maybe I could find it. Anyway, people's argument was like, oh, here it is, 1993. People were referring to her. That was 1993. No, that's Starglow. That was not Silver Surfer. And then in the 2000, it was like Earth X or like some alternate universe where she was Silver Surfer, but it was like one of those things, bro, where it's like a what if situation. And she was very brief. She does not have a record as Silver Surfer in the main universe and like big like a big story arc and shit like that. Does that make sense? She just made a brief appearance in the comics, bro. I'm gonna be real. That was it. So I think it's funny the controversies. People were like upset, like, man, like you don't read the comics, man. She's been around, blah, blah. And like, bitch, you don't read the comics or some shit. You don't know it because she hasn't been around like that. She's been around, but very brief, but not as much as the OG Silver Surfer. But anyway, that is why I personally just don't care because she hasn't had any stories where she's a Silver Surfer that like a very important stories or whatever that I read or I'm interested in. So I kind of wish we had the OG one. But like I said, this is, MCU's version of Silver Surfer. Hopefully in the movie it's pretty cool. Maybe there'll be like an actual backstory, or maybe we'll get to see the OG Silver Surfer or hint at it, maybe at least. Or maybe the OG Silver Surfer could be in our universe. Because obviously we know that this is a different universe.
Yes, it is.
Maybe that's their Silver Surfer, and then M616 Silver Surfer maybe will be the OG.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. That's where my mind went.
Okay.
That Norrin Rad was going to be in 616.
But yeah. So, what else do I have to say? Other than that, man, I think it looks pretty cool. We saw Galactus for a brief moment, just him stepping on fucking the streets and shit. And I guess the way it was presented, man, it kind of feels like... I have a feeling that Galactus is going to be a one and done thing here.
As in...
Like, they're going to, like, defeat him in this movie or some shit.
You think so?
I think, man. I don't want it to happen, but I don't know. It's giving off, like, just a regular kaiju fight. Like, this weird villain just came in. Because I don't think he's going to win. Because obviously, Dr. Doom has to make an appearance. Because I think we theorized that maybe at the end of the movie or something.
That we would see him or something.
Or something like that.
Post-credit scene.
Yeah. And I don't think that would happen if maybe Galactus is in the picture. Maybe Galactus will, like, run away or something. Or I think we talked about that. Maybe he'll, like, leave to the other universe or something. I don't know. But I hope that's the case. I really don't want them to just defeat Galactus just like that. From what I remember in the OG Fantastic Four movie, could it be where the main not the protagonist, the antagonist is going to be Silver Surfer again? And then Galactus is going to come in the last 30 minutes or whatever.
Cause shit.
Yeah, and cause destruction. But the main bad guy that the Fantastic Four is going to have to deal with is Shalabal, like her.
Yeah.
So I don't know. That's my thoughts. What do you think?
Well, I mean, it could be, bro. I don't know, because it does seem like it's going in the same direction as that second Fantastic Four movie.
Yeah.
And even then, that movie was so fucking messy. Like, Silver Surfer was in it, and then like
I don't even remember it, bro. Was that the one with Dr. Doom?
It had Dr. Doom. Yeah, Dr. Doom was the villain once again, and he gets on Silver Surfer's board. Like, I don't know if you remember. He starts riding his fucking board.
I just remember the scene with Human Torch, like fighting him in the air. I remember that scene. But
for me, man, I don't know, man. I mean, all the shots we've seen of Galactus is all from the same setting, the same time of day, same all that. And that's usually giveaway of like, how did we know Red Hulk was going to be at the end of the movie and he was going to be in the whole movie?
Yeah.
Because all the promotional art, all the trailers, all the footage, all showed him out in broad daylight in the same setting every single time. So we knew, he's going to only appear once.
Yeah.
And it's probably going to be in the third act. And we were right. Same thing's happening with Galactus.
That's what I'm saying. I think it's going to be another thing where the main bad guy, quote unquote bad guy, is going to be Silver Surfer. And then Galactus is going to come in the last 30 minutes and fuck shit up.
But the trailer, one thing that I do appreciate is that it's definitely relying on like the public and like how well represented they are in the world. Like they are celebrating them, they're throwing like celebrations and all that stuff. But they're also looking to them as their protectors. And there's even that one scene, which I think is pretty cool, where like the one reporter asks Reed Richards, "Are we safe?" And he says, "I don't know." And like, I like that vibe that like, we theorized that this would be the movie where this universe was going to end by Galactus. Galactus was going to win, and he was actually going to devour this world, and that the Fantastic Four would find a way to travel through the multiverse to end up at 616, and that's how they would go out and fight Dr. Doom for Doomsday. So it could be,
or didn't we theorize that Doctor Doom? He was gonna open up, like he was gonna figure out how to get access to the universe or some shit, and then he's gonna come move into the 616 universe.
That's how, that we thought about that
because Galactus is devouring the world. Doctor Doom said, "Hell no, I'm out of here."
Yeah,
like something like that.
Yeah, we said that Fantastic Four would also have an exit plan.
Yeah.
But like that's how I think of it, just because of like how dire the situation is. People are actually freaking out. Like I don't know, or maybe that's just like trying to build hype for the movie. It could also just be that. True.
But yeah, I just hope Galactus is done well. Yeah, justice and well. I want to see him again in on Battle World, man. Like just like in the comics. Mm-hmm. It'd be really cool to see him in there. So I don't want him to just die or some shit. Yeah. You know,
but I also don't want him acting like an idiot.
Oh yeah,
like no MCU comedy with Galactus, bro.
Imagine he sits there and like we see him walking, right? But as he's walking, he's like, "Oh, my bad, guys. Sorry, guys."
Yeah, nah, bro. That would actually, I would actually be like, bro.
Dude, I see that, man.
Fuck, dude. Sitting on a building like a chair.
Yeah,
it's like what the fuck,
sorry, guys.
Can I use this? Like, nah, dude. Fuck no. If they do that, bro, I'm fucking rioting. Especially because of the Marvel movies we're getting this year. Fantastic Four is the one I'm looking forward to the most, That's bro. True. And so if they fuck it up, dude, oh my god, I hope not.
That's true.
Hey, man, I don't know if I'm nitpicking. I just want to throw something out really quick. This is the second time we've seen a live action Silver Surfer. We've seen this Silver Surfer done twice. Mm-hmm. I don't know if I'm nitpicking, but like I never understood why in the live action movies, both times, Silver Surfer's board doesn't have those 3 lines going down. You know what I'm talking about?
The 3 lines going down?
Yeah. So
on the board.
On the board.
Yeah. So like, I didn't notice that actually. I didn't see that.
Yeah, bro.
It didn't have it?
Both times, even in the OG. Because if you watch the comics, the board that he rides on has 3 lines going down the middle long ways, right? And when they do it in live action, it's just like a silver board. It's just a silver blob that they're stepping on. And I've always thought, like, why do they have the lines? And I'm thinking, like, MCU tends to be more comic accurate. Maybe this is the first time we'll see the lines. And no lines.
That's true.
And I mean, I know it's like you're tripping over lines. And it's like, I'm just like, well, I never understood, like, if it's in the comics, like,
why not do it?
And then I'm thinking about it, like, or am I tripping? Is it just maybe like the way that comic books were illustrated back then? Are those lines
to like
just
show the shine and shit?
Are those lines just glares?
Yeah.
Or they just glares?
That's
like
true.
of like because the Silver Surfer is chrome. Like that person, it's a silver person. So like, was it just the illustration of a shine or a glare?
I think so, bro. It could be,
because that could also be another thing. In which case, I'm like, okay,
yeah, it could be, because look at this right here. It's like just like the shadows. Like it looked like.
Like you see the lines in the top.
Yeah, I think that's just to show. Or you're right. I don't know, man. Because here we see that.
When I was a kid, bro. Dude, when I was a kid, I used to have a Silver Surfer action figure.
Or no, you might. I don't know, bro. I don't fucking know.
See what I mean?
Yeah, the lines.
That's what I mean. Dude, when I was a kid, I used to have an action figure of Silver Surfer.
And it had those lines?
And it had the lines on the board. I was like, interesting, but not in the movie. I don't know. Maybe I'm nitpicking, but I've always wondered, like, why don't they have the lines?
That is true.
A better question is, why aren't the Fantastic Four have matching outfits?
I don't know, man. I don't know. I think what bothered me more was the color scheme. Like for some reason, Mr. Fantastic like didn't have the white collar, and that threw me off. I'm like, what the hell, man?
But everyone else does.
Yeah. It's like, what the fuck?
But if you notice, the Invisible Woman, has a white collar and white gloves, but doesn't have the white shoulder line that goes down the arm. Human Torch and the Thing do. So it's not just Mr. Fantastic. All their costumes are fucking different.
Yeah, I don't know.
And I don't know why, bro.
Yeah, I don't know why.
I don't. But, I mean, fuck it. It is what it is. Despite it, bro, I will say I was really happy with the trailer that we got. And it makes me more excited for the movie.
Oh, yeah.
I think the characters are playing their roles right. I like that we finally saw Mr. Fantastic stretch. It looks really good, so I could just imagine that when he does it more in the movie, it's going to look really good.
I have a feeling that he might not do that a lot.
I don't think so. I haven't seen him do it at all.
That's what I'm saying. I feel like he might not do it a lot. I don't know. It's like because like in Daredevil Born Again, we only saw him do that one thing in the first episode.
I don't know what you're talking about.
So it's like, could it be another situation here where, like for example, like Miss Marvel? I feel like I would argue in Miss Marvel, she didn't really do that a lot either. Mm-hmm. It was mostly like near the end of the show
when she did like the red mask with the mohawk hairdo thing. That like, okay, yeah, I know what you're talking about.
So I don't know if I hope I'm just speculating. I'm just just making guesses, but I hope we see more of that, especially like using it like nonchalantly. Like I want Mr. Fantastic to walk in a room and just like we just see him. Oh shit! I left my cup over there. And he just stretches his arm. Yeah, like I want to see shit like that.
Natural shit.
Yeah,
I agree.
Not just like, oh, I can only use my powers when it's like shit's going down.
Yeah,
it's like,
shit. Come on, man. I know what you mean.
No one would do that, bro.
No,
you know,
no.
Like I remember one specific scene in the Fantastic Four movie with Human Torch, Chris Evans, where he grabs this and he grabs like I think a bag of popcorn. And as he's walking to the couch, he's cooking the popcorn in his hands.
Yeah, because he's heating up the...
Yeah, like shit like that, bro.
Yes.
Like I want to see shit like that. Like using your powers like because you could. Or some shit. Anyway.
But yeah, man. Yeah. Fantastic Four trailer. And then thoughts on the 28 Years Later trailer, because we saw that as well. My thoughts on the trailer, bro, I'm going to be real. It's kind of short. Just because it shows us a lot more of what the last trailer showed us.
Yeah.
The only difference is, and this is my opinion, a great addition to this new trailer. We actually see the infected. I don't know if you remember the last trailer. We didn't see any zombies.
No,
we did not
except for like that one zombie that was hanging.
Yes.
Do you remember like where they stumble across a building and it's like a zombie that's hanging upside down?
Yes.
I think that's the only.
But here we actually see the rage.
Like them running and their eyes and shit.
Yeah, like them busting through the windows and shit. Like this is the first time we actually finally see the infected. And that's good because I was actually worried that it was going to be one of those movies.
Where it's not that many of them.
Where it's not going to show a lot of it.
Yeah.
And like they're going to be very scarce about it.
Where the real monster or like the real people the real shit you got to worry about are the humans. Like
yeah, man. Like,
you know what I mean?
Yeah. So I was worried because I'm like, fuck, dude. But like this trailer showed a lot of the infected. And I'm like, bet like they're not going to play a small role in this movie, as they shouldn't, because the whole point of the 28 series is that the zombies, it's the infected, the rage virus that took over the world, like that's part of it. And I wanted to see that. I wanted to just have that feel, because dude, the rage virus I think it's my favorite version of like a zombie apocalypse. Like as far as the media, because like these motherfuckers are rageful, they run, they haul ass after you, like it's scary. And that's why I like 28 Days and 28 Weeks Later so much. And I cherish those zombie movies as much as I do, because I just like that concept of zombies. Sure, I love The Walking Dead. Sure, I love fungus infected in The Last of Us. But something about motherfuckers that run after you, bro, is fucking wild.
Like breaking shit.
Dude, and like being like just all that is just like it's a whole different vibe.
I don't know what movie it was, man. I'll never forget it, man, because I saw this zombie movie. Where I'm not even kidding you, bro. It was crazy as fuck. The zombie was doing parkour.
Yes. Yep.
Like was doing monkey vaults and shit. And it's like, nah, bro, get the fuck out of here, bro.
Yes.
It was probably bad too.
I remember you've mentioned that movie to us before. And
I can't remember what it is.
I know.
Man. I've seen so many.
But yeah, that's
it's scary, bro.
I'm glad.
I'm killing myself out. Nah, bro, because they don't give a fuck, bro. They would just like have no joke, like Night in the Living Dead or like the OG zombie movies. They're just like walking and shit.
In Walking Dead?
These zombies would deadass just like Zombieland. They would just bust through the window, bro. You're like, what the fuck? And like it's just scary, bro.
Yeah. So
that's just scary.
I mean, I liked the trailer. The trailer was really good. In my opinion, it just showed you a little bit more than what the last trailer showed you. Yeah. It's just this more of the same thing. I just love that we saw the infected.
I agree.
That's really all my thoughts on the trailer. That's all I could really say is that they showed the infected and they look fire. And it put that worry in my head at ease of like, oh, they're not going to show the infected a lot.
That much, yeah.
But no, it's not true because we saw quite a lot of it in the trailer and that's fire.
Yeah, I agree, Hav. I don't think I could add anything more to that. I just thought it was okay. We got more. they showed us more about the world, and the most important thing is the infected.
But I also believe that the first trailer, like, will always,
Dude,
that fucking trailer's fire, dude.
Absolutely.
Because I know you said when we were watching the trailer, I think the first trailer will forever be goated, and it's true because like the eeriness, the vibe,
fuck yeah,
the dude who's reading that like poem in the background, like as the music swells, like that trailer's fire, bro.
Yeah,
that shit's fire. But yeah, man, those are our thoughts on the Fantastic Four and the 28 years later trailers that came out this week. Came out the same day, both of them.
Oh,
so
wow.
I know it was an eventful day. But now we're going to transition over to some news that I have regarding Star Wars Celebration.
All right.
And it's funny because Mario fucking saw this shit live.
Yeah.
So I'm jealous as fuck. Fuck that man. But the first big piece of news that we got is that we have an announcement on a new Star Wars movie called Star Wars Starfighter, which was set to release May 28th, 2027.
Oh, wow.
And it will be directed by Sean Levy, the guy who directed
Shazam?
No. Deadpool and Wolverine.
Oh, not Shazam. No.
Deadpool and Wolverine. You're thinking
why
of...
did they say Shazam?
I don't know. I don't know.
Oh, it's because fucking...
Zachary Levi.
Yeah, that motherfucker.
Yeah, the actor who plays Shazam.
Oh, yeah, okay. So he did Deadpool and Wolverine. Okay.
And it's going to be starring Ryan Gosling.
Whoa.
And it's really cool, dude. I saw the clip on Twitter.
Okay.
I saw the clip. Like, Sean Levy and Jon Favreau, who, Happy, like, or no, not Favreau, Dave Filoni and Kathleen Kennedy were on stage, and Sean Levy was literally talking to the crowd. Like, I saw a bunch of rumors about my Star Wars movie, about people talking about a bunch of things. And one of the big rumors that I saw is that my movie was going to have Ryan Gosling, which is a very interesting rumor. But I do want to stand on this stage here tonight to tell you guys that rumor is 100% true. And as he said that, Ryan Gosling walked out to the stage to Star Wars music, and the fucking crowd erupted and cheering.
You think Mario was there for that?
I don't know.
Fuck, we gotta
but like
ask him.
we'd have to wait for him to get back, and maybe he'll tell us. But dude, I'm just thinking in my head, bro, Mario saw this shit go down. What the fuck? Like the actual clip of him announcing was crazy.
Yeah.
And that is true, bro. It's been talks for months. You can ask Mario. There's been talks that Ryan Gosling is rumored to be in a Star Wars project. That he's just been in the talks. Now this is confirmed.
It's confirmed.
That he's going to be the main character in Starfighter. And we actually got details.
And it's the next big movie.
Yeah. Well,
when was the last Star Wars movie that we got?
Oh, that's a good question. It was episode 9, bro.
How long ago was
The Rise of Skywalker. That was 2019.
Damn.
I know. And I believe this is 2027. I believe the Mandalorian movie with Grogu, the Mandalorian and Grogu movie, is going to come out next year. So that's the next Star Wars movie.
Oh, okay.
But you see, it's going to be a continuation of the Mandalorian TV show. Starfighter is not connected to any other Star Wars project. This is its own adventure. This is the first actual new adventure with new characters and new everything. That's what makes it such a big deal.
Okay, that makes sense.
You know what I mean? Because I know Star Wars announced a few projects, TV shows, movies.
Yeah.
Like Andor season 2, The Mandalorian, the one with Rey, and those are all characters that we've seen before. This is new story, new characters, new everything. That's what makes it a big deal.
That makes sense.
And I have some other details because
that's really cool.
It's going to be a standalone film. It's just like the one movie, right? It's going to take place 5 to 6 years after Episode 9, which is the last Star Wars movie that we got.
Okay.
And said it may bring some sequel trilogy characters, which are characters from the Disney trilogy Star Wars. There's a chance that it might bring characters from those movies onto this one.
Okay.
But yeah, it's its own adventure. The quote from Sean Levy is, "This is not a prequel. This is not a sequel. It's a new adventure."
That's really cool. That actually must be really exciting.
Yeah.
For Star Wars fans.
A couple days ago at Star Wars Celebration, we also have an announcement for a new animated TV show. Maul, Shadow Lord, has been announced and is set to release in 2026. So
I think Mario saw that. He saw that reveal.
You think so?
I think he messaged us in the group chat.
He did send us a screenshot, but I don't think...
And he was in the animation panel or whatever. So he had to seen that.
But was the picture
Or maybe did he not send it?
No. I didn't see.
I could have sworn he did.
Unless I'm tripping. Hold on, let me go back. No, dude. No.
Oh fuck, never mind. I guess it must have been a different thing.
Yeah. No, he just sent this picture like that the Godzilla -1 director was there.
Oh, yeah,
That's what he told us.
Well, I'm assuming he saw that.
I have to assume so too.
Yeah.
So for people who know Star Wars, right? Darth Maul is a very popular character. He's from the prequels. He's in the Clone Wars series. Like Darth Maul is now going to be getting his own TV show. And I have details on it. So it'll take place between the prequels and the original trilogy.
Okay.
Which based on like the timeline, like the sort of timeline where you see Darth Maul makes sense that it would take place then, includes unused ideas from George Lucas. So coming from the creator of Star Wars himself, Maul is training a red Twi'lek apprentice. Gives me Clone Wars vibes because it's very much the same thing. Ahsoka is the apprentice of Anakin Skywalker from the prequels. So okay, Clone Wars vibes. George Lucas's sequel trilogy would have had Darth Talon as one of the villains. I'm not
Darth Talon?
Yeah. Not sure who that character is. And that's a whole nother like because it's like the sequel trilogy is what they call the trilogy of Star Wars movies that were made from Disney. When Disney bought the rights and they made their Star Wars trilogy, that's known as the sequel trilogy because it's the sequel to the original trilogy, right? So super extreme long story short, I'm gonna try to break it down in like 1 or 2 minutes. George Lucas had an idea of making Star Wars movies after his original trilogy when Disney was in the talks. Disney bought the rights of Lucasfilms away from George Lucas. Well, they didn't take him, right? They bought him off for $4.5 billion.
Damn.
And George Lucas was like, okay, well, I no longer own Star Wars. They now own Disney. However, because I'm the creator of Star Wars, I have some ideas of where I want the sequel trilogy to go. Disney said, bet, and threw it over their shoulder.
Damn.
Did not take any of his notes, did not take any of his like ideas for the sequel trilogy, and Disney did the Miles Morales and said, we're going to do our own thing.
Damn.
And so everything that the sequel trilogy did, episodes 7, 8, and 9, did not include any of George Lucas's ideas. His input was not taken into account for.
And I'm assuming those movies didn't do well either.
The first one did. The later two movies did not.
Damn.
Yeah, and for a myriad of reasons, which I don't want to get into because it's spoilers for you.
Yeah.
But apparently the Darth Maul animated TV show will apparently use unused ideas from George Lucas.
That's cool.
So, it might have to do with some of the ideas that he had for the sequel trilogy, or maybe this is just stuff done from way back when. That maybe he just didn't have time to put into movies or whatever. So that's going to be interesting. It really makes me like.
Do you think it was a good idea? Would you have sold it for $4.3 billion?
It's a lot of money, bro. The dude's set for life.
It is a lot of fucking
It's
money.
a lot.
I would have done it. Okay, but here's the thing. This is what I would do. I would be petty though. This is
Okay.
I would take the money,
Yes.
but obviously I don't own Star Wars anymore, right? But I would still put out Star Wars shit. Like,
What do you mean?
like I'll have like a blog and be like, this is the story of this. Like, here's my story of. This is my story, y'all.
Yeah.
Not affiliated with Disney. This is just my story. And then I'll just be petty and like put that out there, and then and then people would be like, make
creator.
that. Yeah, people will make that their headcanon. Like, oh
Yeah.
no, this is real because it's from the creator. Fuck what Disney's doing.
Yeah.
And stir up the pot. I'd be petty and I'd do that.
Yeah. I mean, listen.
Dude,
George
no, he'd
Lucas-
probably get sued or some shit.
Either that, but also George Lucas is like 70, bro. That motherfucker doesn't know how to use social media. The fuck?
Yeah. That's
If he
true.
did, he'd probably be just as petty. Because after George Lucas saw that Disney did not take any of his notes and ideas into account when they made the trilogy, Bob Iger, the CEO of Disney, put out a book like a bibliography of himself. And there's like a chapter or a passage in his book where he talks about the whole deal with George Lucas and all that shit. And word for word, bro, in his book, he said George Lucas felt betrayed by Disney
Damn.
after seeing that they did not use any of his input or ideas or anything into the new trilogy. Which is why now, not back then at the time, but now the sequel trilogy is seen as fuck those movies. Because Disney went off and did their own thing and took none of the original creators' ideas into account. Now, that's not to say that George Lucas's ideas were good. We don't know, because George Lucas, while he did make successful Star Wars movies, Brody also made the prequels. And I know that people have a fond enjoyment of the prequels. I mean, there's Mario. He grew up on the movies. He has nostalgia and a bias to it. But when you watch it objectively, bro, there's flaws in the prequel trilogy, in the writing, in the acting. It's just, there's some things that just don't age well. It's just one of those things. It is what it is. Objectively speaking, it is what it is. So it's not to say that George Lucas' ideas would have been good, but it's another thing for it to be like, damn, Disney just said, fuck you, bro. They gave Brody a coloring book with crayons and said, do your own thing, bro. We're going to do our own fucking thing.
Yeah.
Like, that's fucking crazy work. But, you know, it's the game, bro. It's the game. And he can't say anything about it because he sold the rights.
Yeah, that's
it's
true.
no longer him, dude. It's no longer
That's
him.
why I would have made a blog, bro. Made my own story.
Fuck it, bro.
I'm not associated with Disney, by the way, guys, but this is my story.
Yeah.
Anyway, okay.
Yeah. But cool. As far as, let me see, I'm going to go through. Yeah. So as far as Star Wars Celebration, that's all the info I have. Now, Star Wars Celebration is still going on. So there's a chance that news will get announced today that I'm not going to bring up because we're already recording. So I might have to bring it up in next week's pod.
Yeah.
But as of right now, in this very moment, no new Star Wars projects, nothing else has been announced up until now. So if other things get announced later today or tomorrow, whatever, I'll have to bring it up in the next week. But now we're going to move on to just other movie news. Ryan Coogler's Sinners, which we just saw today, we're gonna plan to put out a review of that soon, is the best reviewed wide release film of the decade so far.
That's actually crazy,
dude. 98% from critics, 96% from audience on Rotten Tomatoes.
Dude, I mean, it's crazy. It's just, I gotta say, I can after watching the movie, I get it.
Yeah.
I get it, man. You know, it's really fucking good.
Yeah, man, it's fire.
Yeah,
I actually can't wait to review it and see, like, talk about it. The next piece of news: Ryan Coogler confirms that an X-Files reboot is his next project. So the X-Files is a TV show that aired way like a million years ago, and he says that he wants to do a reboot of it, and that would be his next project. The quote from him is, I'm fired up to get back to it. If we do our jobs right, it will be really fucking scary.
What the fuck?
Yeah, because the X-Files is like sci-fi shit. It's like, has some horror elements to it, from what I've heard. I've never seen it. But
it sounds familiar. I've never seen it either.
It's a show, like, you probably have heard of it and stuff. Like, it's,
see if I can find it.
I'm pretty sure it was at Netflix. It was on Netflix or something like that at one point.
You said X-Files?
Yeah, the X space Files. It's a TV show. It was like early to mid 2010s, I think, or 2000s.
Oh yeah.
So you see what I'm talking about?
1993.
Damn, never mind.
11 seasons.
Yeah, you see, it ran for a while.
So it started in 1993 and it just probably ended in 2000, like what you said.
Yeah.
11 seasons, bro.
Yeah, dude.
Holy fuck.
Yeah, dude. And I believe every episode told a different story.
It's one of the longest running science fiction series in network TV history. Damn.
And so he wants to make a reboot of that, and that's going to be his next project now that he's done with Sinners.
So it started in September 1993 and ended in May of 2002.
Yeah, makes sense.
Damn, boy. That's crazy. Holy fuck. Okay, that'd be interesting.
I'm interested to see where he goes with it.
Yeah.
See what it can do. Moving on to the next piece of news. After surpassing $550 million at the worldwide box office, a Minecraft movie is already the highest grossing Hollywood movie of the year and is behind only the Chinese film Neza 2 globally.
I've never heard of that movie, but clearly because it's Chinese. But dude, what do you expect, man? It's fucking Minecraft.
I know, bro.
What's crazy, it beat Super Mario.
Yep.
And Sonic.
Yep. Yeah, bro.
That's actually crazy. Now will it beat Mario Bros. In terms of final sales? Because I know Mario made $1 billion.
Well, right now
it's at what?
550 million.
Who knows? So can it? Because it beat the record for the box office for the opening weekend for sure.
Yes.
But all time money revenue, we'll see. So far, I think it's Mario is on top when it comes to video game adaptations. And Sonic is second or some shit. But But damn, bro. I mean, what do you expect, dog?
Yeah,
the whole
dude.
memes. It's the memes, bro.
It is the memes, bro.
It's the fucking memes.
Speaking of the memes,
Okay.
maintaining Minecraft movie news, Jack Black showed up at a screening
Really?
of the Minecraft movie to ask fans not to throw popcorn all over the movie theater. There's an actual clip, like
Really?
you can actually see it on social media. He literally says, "No throwing popcorn, and also absolutely no chicken jockey."
You see, that's how bad it's getting, bro. Probably like theaters are like, yo, you guys gotta do something, man. You gotta do something, y'all gotta do like a PR stunt or something.
Especially with Jared Hess bitch ass saying, "There's nothing wrong with it."
Yeah.
Fucking asshole.
So then Jack Black is there. He made that so like to show people like, hey, it's not that cool, guys. He just went to a random ass movie theater, just a random one.
I guess so. I guess so, bro. He was wearing a funny outfit, so he did it he was like playing a part of it, I guess. But like, yeah, he was just.
What if we saw him, bro? What if he came to ours? Like, yo,
that would be fucking random as shit, bro.
Like,
I'd want to get a picture.
Yeah, I'd be like, I gotta get a picture with you, bro.
Dude, you're Kung Fu Panda. What the fuck?
That's crazy. Kung Fu Panda? For me, he's Nacho Libre, bro. That's crazy.
Yeah, I know.
Nacho Libre, Kung Fu Panda. What else did he?
He's had a bunch of shit, dude.
Yo, he was gonna be in Dead Island 2. I don't know if you.
What?
Yeah.
The game?
Well, so do you remember I think it was 2014 when they teased the Dead Island 2 trailer?
Well, the dude that was running.
I'm the bomb about to blow up. That shit.
Yeah.
So at the very end, we see him, like that guy jogging becomes a zombie, right? And then we see like a van come from the back and like starts running over the zombies and shit. The person that comes out and takes the shoes, like he picks up the chopped off leg of that zombie that was running, and he takes the shoes, like, oh, this is my size, awesome. Like he says something. That's Jack Black's voice.
Oh shit.
Yeah, bro. I'll show it to you after, but that was his voice.
Oh wow.
So it's
damn,
like, yeah, cool little fun fact, I guess.
It's so funny. All right, well, I mean, we'll see. The Last of Us season 2 premiere.
Ooh.
Yeah, episode.
I haven't seen it yet.
You haven't seen it?
Not yet.
So episode 1 of season 2 of The Last of Us aired this past Sunday. I saw it.
Okay.
I saw it. The premiere had a total of 5.3 million viewers.
Whoa.
A 13% increase of the season 1 premiere.
Damn. That makes sense. That makes sense, man. Hey. The Last of Us was taking everybody by storm, bro. It was big.
Yep.
And we will be doing a review on that. We just didn't put it in the slate because I guess we just forgot or whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
But we will review that. And it ends what, next month?
It'll end next month.
Yeah, so we'll probably.
And it's going to be shorter. It's not going to be 10 episodes or 9 episodes, whatever it was last time. It's going to be 7. So yeah, it's going to be pretty soon. Sometime in May. Okay. Takashi Yamazakis, pardon me, the director of Godzilla -1, confirms that his next project will be a direct sequel to -1.
That's crazy.
It's gonna be a new Godzilla movie. It's gonna be a sequel.
A sequel. Dude, what do you think of that, bro? I feel like Godzilla -1 could have been a one and done thing.
I thought so too, but then remember there was that post credit scene of like the Godzilla chunk in the ocean was like mutating and growing.
True. Yeah, that's true.
So,
hey, well, listen, man. The first one was fire as fuck.
It's fucking lit.
So, hey, I'm hyped. And Mario actually, that's what he posted in the group chat, is that he was there at the Star Wars Celebration.
He probably announced it then.
He probably did. Yeah, Mario saw that live, and he actually took a picture of him, of the director.
Yeah.
That's cool, man. Mario's experiencing that shit. Super cool.
A King Kong live action series is in the works at Disney Plus.
Oh man, a King Kong live action series.
Yeah,
is it?
So what this sounds like is not Kong like from Godzilla versus Kong, but King Kong would probably be a series that is an adaptation of the King Kong original movie, which is like when they bring him from Skull Island to New York, the climbing of the Empire State Building, fighting the planes. Like, it'll probably be a reboot or remake of that original story.
Yeah. That'd be cool.
Whereas Kong is doing his own thing with
Godzilla.
Universal or
is it Universal?
Universal or Lionsgate? I forget. But like he's out there with the MonsterVerse shit. But this is King Kong, which is an adaptation of the movie when he gets to New York and shit like that.
Okay. That'd be pretty cool.
I mean, I'm looking forward to it. I just, you know me, bro. I need to know directors, showrunners, writers before I give it too much faith, bro. Because if it's like trash people, bro, I'm not gonna give a fuck.
That's true.
In a recent interview with Tim Allen, we've known as like he's done a bunch of movies, like Disney movies and shit like that.
Tim Allen, isn't that Woody?
Buzz.
No, Buzz.
He's the voice of Buzz Lightyear.
Yes.
In a recent interview with Tim Allen, he says that Toy Story 5 will focus a lot on Jessie. Which makes sense because at the end of Toy Story 4, my apologies, Woody takes off his sheriff's badge, his star badge, and gives it to Jessie at the end of the movie. And also he kind of departs from the gang. He stays in the carnival or in that, like, you know, with Bo Peep. Whereas Buzz, Jessie, and everyone else, they all go with Bonnie, and they split ways. Now the concept art for Toy Story 5 that we saw at D23 shows Woody back with the gang. I don't know if that's just because it's concept art and like whatever. Right. I know Tom Hanks is reprised to come back as Woody, so he's going to be in the movie. I don't know for how much, but it does say that the movie will focus a lot more on Jessie.
That makes sense. Like, yeah, because she's giving the mantle or and shit.
Yeah,
that's pretty cool. I like Jessie too as a character.
No, I do. So. I love all the characters, man. It's just one of those things where it's like I'm never gonna say no to a Toy Story 5. All the Toy Story movies, in my opinion, are fucking fire. It's just, and
what
I
if
want
this is the one that's not a hit.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know, bro. I really don't know.
The concept is cool though.
Yeah, kids outgrowing their toys for electronics.
Yeah, that's really cool.
That's interesting, dude. I actually cannot wait to see what they could do a lot with that. I have one friend at work who thought that was lame.
Really?
That shit's fucking like, it sounds stupid.
Really?
And I was like, bro, what are you on about?
That's
clearly,
interesting.
Yeah. So I don't know, man. I don't agree. I think it's a very interesting concept, and I want to see like what kind of story will they tell, and how will the toys feel. Like, dude, Toy Story 3 was a juggernaut of a movie with your feels and like all that shit, dude. So I'm interested to see what happens when like the owner outgrows you and like the whole thing where it's like, oh, we fall apart. Like they're gonna go through an existential crisis, dude. Yeah, because they went through that with Andy. Andy grew up. He's in high school. Then he going off to college. He outgrew playing with the toys, and they went years without being played with. And now they're gonna go through the same thing with Bonnie because I bought a tablet now. Like imagine that. Like I know it's gonna be interesting, dude. So I'm excited. Okay, moving on to the next piece of news. You remember that movie? It's old. There was like 4 or 5 of them. Old fucking movies. It's called Tremors.
Tremors. Sounds familiar.
If you see the poster, you will know exactly what I'm talking about. It's those fucking monsters that come out from the ground in the desert.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Remember that shit? That poster's fire. I don't give a fuck. I'll always be a fan of like posters of monsters underground, like Jaws, the Jaws poster, like shit like that.
Okay, Tremors.
So the Tremors creators,
1990.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, and they've made like 4 movies, dude.
Fuck.
I know. So the creators of Tremors, the movie, right, have won the rights back to the OG script.
Oh, okay.
Of the original movie. Exploring a return to perfection sequel along with 2 other outlandish ideas. The actor Kevin Bacon wants to return, and they're considering ideas to bring him back.
Whoa!
So we might see a comeback of the Tremor movies.
That'd be pretty cool. Would it be like a reboot thing?
Well, it's saying that they want to do like a sequel kind of deal.
Oh, okay.
Maybe. I don't know. Maybe like a Twisters situation.
Yeah.
It's a sequel to the old one, but like maybe new characters or some shit like that.
That makes sense.
Okay, you probably already saw this right here. Warner Brothers has set up an in-universe website about the events of Zach Krieger's new horror movie, Weapons.
Yes. So I saw a clip of it. I saw the promotion for it.
Yes.
Like I saw... I think it was maybe the official media, the official X account or something, or maybe someone reposted it, but someone was like it was clearly advertisement, and it was kind of funny because in the comments people thought it was real. So the post read like, out of nowhere, children from across the country are caught on CTV footage running in a weird way, and they showed those clips or whatever, and people in the comments like, yo, what the fuck is going on? Or like, why is that happening? They're like, people are questioning like, at the same time, what? It's kind of weird. And me, I'm like, nah, this is clearly fake. Like, I already know this is not real. And as I was looking into it, I found out, oh, okay, it's a movie. Okay, cool.
But from the creator of Barbarian, dude.
I didn't know that. I just knew it was like a movie. But that's interesting. And that's pretty cool.
And when you read the synopsis, it's even more interesting. You're like, what the fuck does that mean? Okay, so Warner Brothers set up a website. Where you could probably do some... Go ahead.
Did you read the synopsis, though?
No, it's not included in this post.
Okay.
No, because this post, what it's talking about is that it set up a universe website.
Oh, okay.
That talk about the events in his new movie. The website also teases a connection to Krieger's previous film, Barbarian. So there's a chance that this new movie takes place in the same universe as Barbarian, canonically.
Cool as fuck.
Dude, that would mean that this is like a Twilight Zone type of universe where just crazy shit be happening, dude. Which means that every movie to come out of this universe made by the same guy can all be bangers.
That's very true.
See what I mean?
That's very fucking true.
And that's cool because you don't see studios putting up websites as a marketing ploy for their movies. You don't see that get happen a lot. The last time that the websites, I can think of 2 times that studios used websites as a way to like build on the marketing of an upcoming movie. The most recent one that I can think of the last time was when they did it for Cloverfield, the first Cloverfield movie. There was an in-universe website where you could actually look up like details about Cloverfield and Clover, the monster and shit and all that shit. The time before that was all the way back in like the early 2000s, 90s, early 2000s with the first Blair Witch Project movie.
Yeah. That's the one I was thinking of.
Yeah.
Blair Witch.
Because people actually thought that it was a real movie and that people actually went missing and like it was found footage and all that shit. So it's cool because you don't see that a lot nowadays in universe websites marketing movies and shit. So it's cool that they did it. Yeah, and so, I mean, I'm interested to see, his new movie. It looks very interesting.
Oh, yeah.
And especially if it's in the same universe as Barbarian. That's interesting as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right. In traditional fashion at this fucking point, dude. I don't know what it is. Every single week, there's Avengers Doomsday news, man. More news. I don't know what it is. At this point, I'm just like, should I just ignore them? Because like every single week, and I'm hyped for Doomsday.
Yeah.
And I don't want people to think that I'm scouring the internet for news so I could talk to find excuse to talk about it. But like, dude, this is shit that's coming up in my feed. But I even contemplate, like, should I just not include it, bro? I feel like every single week it's Doomsday news, and like people are they getting bored of it? Yeah. But the news is too big for me to ignore.
Okay.
And it's stuff that personally I don't think should even be out there.
Okay.
You'll see what I mean. The first piece of news, Anthony Mackie says Avengers Doomsday is going to give the audience that old Marvel feeling that they've always had. But then again, they said that about Brave New World. And while somewhat true, the movie was still mid. So, I don't know, man. This is the thing
interesting.
Yeah. This is the thing where I'm like, bro, you're a good Captain America. You're a good actor. I fuck with you. Shut up.
Oh my God.
Stop talking.
Why? What happened?
Anthony Mackie says Avengers Doomsday will end in a cliffhanger.
Bruh.
2 things. 1, we knew that. It's like if it's gonna go, if the movie's gonna transition to Secret Wars, it must end in a cliffhanger to set up for Secret Wars.
Yeah,
that's
like another Infinity War Endgame situation.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So 1, we already knew that. You didn't have to tell us that. 2, what are you doing spoiling your movie?
Yeah, man.
You're not supposed to be saying this kind of shit for press. Like, Marvel's going to get on your ass for saying too much.
Or maybe you said that because, like, what you said, we already knew that.
But it's like...
But either way, yeah, it's still bad. Like, you shouldn't be doing that.
No, and the quote that he included is, no one is safe. Everyone is expendable.
It's like, all right. Like, we kind of knew that. But also it's like, come on, man.
You're treading the line where you're going to be like, yeah, bro, like the scene
I don't make it. Might be real.
And we're like, wait, what the
do you
fuck?
mean? You know what I mean?
Yeah, like that's what I'm saying. It's like, dude, what the fuck are you doing? That's where I'm.
No, imagine if like the reporter was like, "Are you in the next one?" It's like, "Oh no, I'm not in there."
Wait, why?
Why?
You're in this one. But you're in this one. Oh shit! Yeah, it's like, dude, shut up.
Imagine
you need to before you fucking get in trouble. Like Mark Ruffalo, Tom Holland. Like
I'm calling it right now, man. All the heroes that are not in the main universe are dying, bro. Like the X-Men that are returning, they're dying, bro.
Yeah, a lot of people are theorizing. That's
absolutely,
gonna happen.
bro. They're dying, 100%, bro. Magneto, Nightcrawler, like they're all dying, bro.
Yeah, man.
It's a wraps.
Could be. That's all the news though for Doomsday.
Okay.
Next piece of news: a Pacific Rim prequel series is moving forward at Prime Video. Eric Heiser is writing the series, and he's been attached to other projects like Arrival and Shadow and Bone.
I have not seen. I've heard of Arrival. I think I might have seen that.
It's an alien movie. It's an extraterrestrial movie.
It's an alien movie.
It has Hawkeye and Lois Lane from Man of Steel. Those are the two actors that I know that
I feel like I heard that's a really good alien movie too.
I've heard it's good. I haven't seen it.
I feel like I have seen it, bro, like a while ago. But okay, interesting. Pacific Rim, cool. I did see that.
Prequel series. I've never seen Pacific Rim.
No? I have like once, bro.
Yeah.
And it was a long ass time ago.
I saw reviews I saw reviews were super mixed. Like people didn't like the second one. The first one I heard was fire, but the second Pacific Rim movie I heard was not as good.
Cuz that shit came out like in mid 2000s, no?
2010s.
Oh yeah, 2013, bro.
Yes.
Yeah. Isn't this based off like a book or some shit?
I wouldn't be surprised, bro.
I think it is.
It looks very kaiju. It looks very
yeah.
Like yeah. I'm not surprised if it were.
That's pretty cool.
All
right.
Yeah. All right, moving on to the next two. I got down to the last two pieces of news.
Okay.
This one I included because it was just funny. ASAP Rocky says he watched The Brutalist 3 times.
Oh shit. Okay.
Which is nearly 11 hours total.
Damn.
And his quote was, "It's that good to me because I'm an aspiring furniture designer."
What? But to be fair, I haven't seen The Brutalist yet. I want to. I really want to fucking see it. I've been waiting for it to come on fucking streaming. But what?
You watched The Brutalist 3 times because he's an aspiring furniture designer.
I don't get it. I really don't get it.
What the fuck?
I read the synopsis for The Brutalist, and I don't get that. I genuinely don't get it. Like, maybe he didn't get it. I don't know, bro. I genuinely don't know.
I read that. I'm what's Brody's talking about?
Point is, that's rookie numbers compared to you watching Endgame.
You're a bitch.
You said that's 11 hours. What you mean, Jav? You saw 50 hours of Endgame. What you mean, girl?
It's funny as fuck.
How many times did you watch it again?
I can't remember. I remember.
Yes, you do, bitch.
I've seen it multiple times. I've never kept a track. Oh my god, bro!
I don't need to keep track. It's funny as fuck.
I just wanted to include that because I knew we'd have a good laugh about it.
Yeah.
Now down to the last piece of news.
Actually, what the fuck does that mean, bro? Like, there's no explanation. Like, that's it. That's all you have.
He just says that the movie was that good to him because he's an aspiring furniture designer.
Like, what the fuck does that mean? maybe it will make sense if we saw it. But like, bro, I read the synopsis. It's like, it has nothing to do with that. I don't know, man. That is pretty funny. Fuck. I gotta watch that fucking shit. I heard The Brutalist is really fucking good.
I heard too.
Fuck. Okay. All right. So what's the last piece?
The last piece of news, pretty small news. John Bernthal, right? We know him as Punisher, Shane from The Walking Dead, good actor, says that he and Tom Holland read lines together for their Marvel auditions while they shot Pilgrimage together.
Okay.
So while working on the same movie, a movie called Pilgrimage, John Bernthal would read lines, his audition lines, when he was going to go audition for the Punisher for Daredevil season 2 with Tom Holland. And in return, Tom Holland would read audition lines with John Bernthal for when he was going to go audition for Spider-Man in Civil War.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, because they were both working on the same movie. They both had Marvel auditions, so they read lines together. And the cool part about it is...
That's pretty cool.
They both got it.
Yeah.
They both got the roles.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
They go way back then.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Dude, I didn't even know these motherfuckers knew each other.
Yeah, same here.
It's like, what the fuck? Like, John Bernthal's with
from way back? Because Civil War, bro, that was fucking 2016, dog.
And season 2 of Daredevil was 2016, I think.
Holy fuck.
Yeah.
They go way back then, bro. Holy fucking shit. Okay, that is pretty cool. All right, you said that was everything?
Mm-hmm. That's everything.
All right, guys. Well, that is going to be the end for HRV news this week. Next week, guys, I'm going to try my best to be more organized and try to get the flow of things, man. I know I kind of fucked up a lot, but hey, it was last second, bro. I'm not even kidding, bro. I was like, oh, wait, we're doing an HRV news pod. I'm like, wait a second, Mario's not here. No. So like I literally just found as much shit as I could, bro, and I couldn't organize it in time. I just couldn't. It was just it was terrible. So now for next week, it'll definitely be better. With that being said, thank you guys so much for listening, and we'll catch you guys in the next one. Take care, guys.
See you.